link? Okay, yeah, it is. Sorry, I have the mod link. I had the mod link, and I needed to make sure that it wasn't going to give like mod access by accident.
And we're live, and I need to just alter the camera setup because it did something weird.
We all over.
There we go. For some reason, it did something strange. Bear with us. It's when you do that resize of windows and stuff, and it does something weird on you. Oh, come on. There we go. Right, if we move that to there, and then Mike's needs to come forward to there, and I need to crop him because, for God's sake, come on. This is stupid. You can tell we haven't been doing this. Like, last time we did this was what? Before Christmas?
Before Christmas.
Yeah, right. And,
it's so easy so quick how you forget these basic things.
yeah, right. It's just, it's terrible, man. Terrible. Come on. Why would I crop a bloody goddamn... Yeah, I'm pressing Alt in the fucking window, and it's just...
This is one of my banes when I do.
There we go. Right, we've got that there. And then I need to just bring this overlay of a... Where's overlay map? Zoom. Where's this map? Should be... Not there. I want it there. And then...
Oh, no one lost you.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Why? Actually, no, that should be on the... Where is it? Map. Should be... Hold on, bear with me. We've got a map of the thing here. Come on. And then I just need to crop it. It's because I had my layers wrong. That was just why. There we go. We do that. I had it all set up nice and working. There we go. Right, now we're done. Yeah. So welcome to Gehenna Gaming.
Great game, everybody.
Presents Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, the Enemy Within campaign. This is episode 6. We're back after a long time break for Christmas and other things going on. Everyone has stuff to do. I'm one of your regular hosts, Chris, and we are joined, as always, by our GM for this is David.
Hello.
And we're joined by Mike.
Hey, what's up?
Chigg.
Evening, everybody.
And Crystal's there. There we go. Yes, we're not joined by Elaine. She is busy. But also the thing is, we do get busy. Everyone has stuff to do. Life gets in the way. Writing gets in the way. Tell me about it. So at some point, some of us will drop out and will be replaced by others. So we will be looking for a new someone new to travel through the Empire with us. I think fairly soon. But that's pretty much it. I hope all the audio is coming through well on the website and everything. Obviously, if you want to pick up the game, we'll provide a link in a moment. But can we see it? No, we can't see it. There we go. If I do that, that's Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay core book. It and many other Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay expansions are currently on sale on DriveThruRPG. Go head over there and you can pick up some really good deals currently. And with that, I think, where are we? What's going on, David?
That's a very good question. I've spent all day today trying to work out where we were, and I was going to go through Gehenna Gaming websites and find the last episode and make sure that it all seamlessly fit together. Yeah, none of that happened.
No.
So I think the last thing we did is you were leaving Altdorf with your friend Joseph. I think that was Gertrude's friend. I think Gertrude had a friend Joseph.
Yep.
Cool. And you were just leaving the city gates down the Kaiserreich, part of the massive Reich River that runs through the Empire, and you were passing by a big boat, and there was lots of comments about.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
And I think that was kind of roughly where we left it.
Sounds about right to me.
We were sailing downriver.
Yeah.
Well, I think most critically, there had been like these two guys were assassinated just before we hopped on the boat, and there was something about them that linked them to something or someone called the Purple Hand.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Well, you don't know that bit, Mike. You know they have a tattoo of a purple hand, so stop foreshadowing stuff for people.
They have a Purple Hand tattoo. I'm sorry that I know things about this setting.
I know nothing of this setting. They just have a purple hand tattoo.
They have a purple
That's
hand.
it. They have a purple hand tattoo.
Well, you know, people have tattoos in the Warhammer world. Usually is a
Yeah.
gang affiliation. We can assume maybe he's part of a gang.
Yeah, it could be part of.
Yeah.
Murray has a friendly gang that likes her, that she's not running away from at all at the moment.
Not at all.
So yeah, do we want to do a quick recap of things or just dive straight into it? I know it's been
Dive straight in.
Dive straight in. Cool. Okay. Fair enough. That means I have to remember shit. So yeah, you're on the boat with Joseph. You have just passed the big ship, and you are now leaving the outdoor flats. So this kind of big marshy region outside the city walls, where you kind of get all your shanty towns and all the beggars and lechers trying to get into the city but can't because they can't swim. And his boat, the Beraberi, is quite a large barge kind of thing, and it's heading towards the Weissbruck Canal. This is a major artery. It's becoming a major artery that helps to transport coal from the mines down river somewhere. I can't remember the name of it. I was reading it a minute ago. Anyway, it's owned by an up-and-coming house Gruber. They maintain it and things. And you're heading towards the first gate within this maybe heading towards the gate, the first lock gate canal thing, whatever they're called, in a village called something or other, begins with an L. Letov, and Joseph guides the barge there, and as he gets there, he starts shouting and hollering at somebody to come over, and you see this little man come over in his little rowing boat, and there's a little bit of an exchange going on between Joseph and him, and a bit of money is exchanged between them. So this is where you are at the moment. I think this is kind of roughly where we left it last time. So, what are you doing on this boat that you have been hired on as deckhands? Remember. There are also two other crew on the boat as well. So Joseph does have two crew that are always with him. A man and a woman. Again, I can't find their names because there's so much information in this book. It's amazing that you just kind of lose it all. So yeah, what are you guys doing as you're watching Joseph deal with this little man in a little dinghy?
Gertrude is practicing her knot tying because that's important on a boat.
How's Gertrude feeling now that she's on a boat leaving a city where she's accidentally just killed somebody?
She's still afraid that she's going to be haunted by ghosts. In fact, she once heard a story that if you tie enough knots of rope, you can keep spirits at bay. So that's really her ulterior motive for doing this. And also, she's not good at tying knots and needs to learn that on a boat.
Knots on a boat is a good thing. How's Klaus feeling about being on the water?
A little seasick, but it's a fairly thick river, so there's not a lot of waves or anything coming along. But yeah,
I think it's slightly cleaner than the
yeah, he's not sure where fate is taking him now, but he's happy to be borne along. As for what he's doing, he is pretending to be busy with something at the prow of the boat. He's looking busy.
So when Mari is not working, she is going to be documenting everything that happened in the city, but in she's going to take some liberties with the story and stretch it to make it more sensational.
So not signing up with a random Tillian mobster group is not sensationally enough for her?
Oh no, she was pressured into it. They totally manipulated her into doing it.
Yep.
So
she's an innocent
definitely
woman
going
led
to
astray
spin
by
it.
men and drugs.
So yes, so she's definitely going to spin it to be way more inflammatory towards them.
Because you're never going to head back to Altdorf, and everything will be all fine when you get as you've now left, and you can inflame the wars and things between the rival mob bosses and stuff. Yeah, you'll be fine.
Well, I mean, it's in her journal. It's not anything that's been like officially published or anything like that yet. So yet.
Cool. Okay, and I've forgotten the name of your
Francesco. He'll mostly be helping with, I guess, taking stock of what goods are on the boat, because he's good with numbers and stuff. Maybe working out how they can price things to make a good profit when they get to the other end.
It's probably something that the goods on the boat are probably something you're quite familiar with. It's wine.
Excellent.
There's quite a lot of barrels of wine that Joseph is taking down to Bogenhafen for the Scharfenfest. So yeah, you're probably maybe sampling a little bit as you're going around.
Yeah, it tastes like piss.
And that's the good stuff. Yeah, cool. Okay. Right, as you're all kind of getting used to getting your sea legs, or your river legs as this is, being on a boat, doing your things, Joseph concludes his business with the man in the boat, hands over what appears to be 2 gold coins, receives a writ from the guy, and then kind of points the barge towards the dock, the locks, and you manage to pass through. It takes a couple of hours, but you manage to pass through the first gate to get into the actual main canal. The main entrance here, the river's probably about 55 feet wide. It's big enough to stick 2 boats down it. So there's a lock which leads into it, and there's a lock that leads out of it. And you pass through. You have to do a little bit of pushing, kind of like moving the gate yourself. They do want you to do some exercise. And then you enter into the river. It's quite busy. There's quite a few other boats around, kind of the area hanging around a lot. But as you start to head down and further away, it kind of frees up a little bit, and the canal begins to narrow a bit. Can you all make me perception checks? Let's make this an average, so your perception plus 20.
Perception. 2 success levels.
3 success levels.
Just 1 success level.
Come on, Klaus, come on.
What do those pig eyes of yours see?
Nothing. Even with the +20, I did not make that roll. Klaus is not perceptive.
Whoa!
Does that cloud look
He's
like
too
a
busy
pig to
trying to work
you?
out what the boat is. Cool. So those of you who are on deck and actually able to see things and notice things, as you're walking, as you're kind of doing your stuff, maybe Mary, you're writing around and you kind of just glance up and you look along the banks, going, "Oh, it's quite pretty down here. Trees along the lines, the old horse path and stuff." Gertrude is tying her knots and staring blankly into the distance, trying not to think about the things that she's seen and done recently. Francesco, you come up from swirling and tasting the wine just for a bit of fresh air, and you all kind of catch a glimpse of something shining on the pathway on the actual river, kind of just behind you, maybe, I don't know, 200 meters away from the boat back. Notice kind of a man, well, say 3 men on horses, just gently riding down the pathway, and sunlight is glinting off their armor.
Does anyone have like a spyglass or anything so that we can inspect them a little bit closer?
Yeah, let me just pull that out of my my equipment list.
I was talking to Francesco and Mari, or Joseph as well, as he is a boatman.
I do not have a spyglass.
Jeez. Francesco, do you have one?
No.
Joseph, who are those 3 men over there? Do you have a spyglass just to take a look? Can't be too cautious, and, well, you never know. Maybe they're even friendly.
He looks at you, takes a swig out of his. He's always got a jug of wine in his hand. Takes a swig out of it. Goes, "Oh, that'll be the road wardens. They're always going up and down the river."
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. It shouldn't be anything to worry about.
They're a bit heavily armored for road wardens.
Well, there's bandits around and stuff, and we are near the city where there's money, so the city can afford to equip them. The countryside people, yeah, they're lucky if they even get a bloody stick.
Yeah. Joseph, how much did you have to pay? What was the toll on this canal?
Oh, it's 2 gold coins just to get in, and travel down it. It's only
2 gold crowns. Oh, it's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. It's like I always tell people, these state-run enterprises, they're so inefficient. We got to get rid of them. The bureaucrats are just draining us like a bunch of Sylvanian vampires. And we need to corporatize all of these systems. All the infrastructure needs to be corporatized.
I'll tell you what, it was state-run. It's not anymore. It's now run by the house. It's now run by House Groover. And since they took over, the prices have gone right up. I'll tell you that now. They are widening the canal. They can now fit my boat down it. So we're all good on that one. Before, there was always a bit of argy-bargy, my boat comes one way, another one comes the other way, and it's like, who goes where and what goes on? It's all horrible.
Yeah. Joseph, I hear you. And that's the problem, is that it's corporatized, but it's a monopoly. We need to have another canal parallel to this one built so that we can have price competition. We need to have market forces applied.
I fully agree. When are you going to get to do it?
As soon as I can conjure up the capital. I'm moving up in the world, Going to be selling some hats. A whole bunch of hats at this Bogenhofen fair. Can't wait.
So you're going to use the money from them hats as a revenue stream?
That's right. You see, Klaus, my good sir.
Are you going to dig this new canal?
Wealth and money, they aren't created. It's transferred. Okay? So I need to get that.
No. They're dug up out of the ground.
Oh, I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that, Klaus, with my whole plan here. Okay? Once I have enough capital, they'll make me a noble, and then I'll have many serfs, like yourself, who will just do the work for me for free.
I don't think I'm many. I'm pretty big.
Well, I'm going to need lots of strong young lads like you. And once I have them, then I can build the parallel canal. And that's my plan. It's the Gertrude get rich quick scheme.
That seems like the most inefficient way to get rich quick.
Gertrude doesn't hear
that's
that.
not a quick way to get. Selling hats ain't going to make you rich. That wine down there, which is made of piss, most of it, it's not going to make you any money. It's not going to make me much money. It gets me up and down the river. That's it. If you want that kind of money, you're going to have to start thinking on a bigger scale, or start.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it, Joseph. And I think when we get to Bogenhofen and this elector prince or whatever he is, this prince hires us, that's going to help us get a lot more capital as well. It's really going to work out. I think it'll be fine. And we have some other plans in Bogenhofen, which I think might be lucrative, he says, glancing at Francesco and Mari.
Yes. I think we have better ways of making money than this. Would you speak of this democratic run business enterprise?
Democracy? None of that foreign malarkey here.
It is.
We don't need that.
We want theocracy.
Disgusting and beneath me.
Wait, wasn't democracy invented down in Tilia?
That would be one of the other city-states.
Oh, okay.
Right. Oh, good day, Sergeant. All right, let's just okay. Everyone, just we weren't talking about anything to do with undercutting the Empire. Okay. Good day, Sergeant. How are you doing? And the sergeant, the road wardens ride up kind of to the boat, and the patrollers kind of caught up, and they're riding past, and the sergeant nods his hat at you and go, "Good day to you. Fine day to be out on the river. Though I do sense rain in the air. Well, as always, there is rain."
Oh, rain.
He kind of sits there and just kind of starts to randomly natter with Joseph about random crap along the river. Makes some mention of maybe bandits around in the area, so be careful of kind of not to wander too far into the woods at night. Best to stay in the kind of boathouses as you're going down. Also kind of mentions to be on the lookout as there were some murders in Altdorf last night. A young noble and a couple of artisans were killed down on the dock front. And to kind of keep your eye out for any suspicious looking people. But yeah, he seems quite pleasant, quite happy. He's in a good mood because it's not raining and he's not out in the pissing rain getting wet, trudging around on a horse. So he seems quite happy at the moment. What are you not doing while this conversation?
Francesco's going to go up to Gertrude on a quiet moment away from anyone over here. Your business proposition is very good, actually. You are correct. My home city of Verezzo is in fact a republic. It is just I do not like to speak these things amongst. Looks around. The people of the Empire are afraid of change.
Oh, tell me about it. Frankly, many of the people around here are very backwards, and they don't understand the progress that we need to make more money, to build a more efficient economy, and to lift up a class of people that can develop capital. I think we should be called... Oh, sorry. Okay.
Joseph walks over and just kicks you in the ankle. Go, keep it fucking down!
Right. Long live the Emperor!
Indeed, raise up a cup of wine. Long live the Emperor. His name was Carl.
Long live Carl! Yeah. Cool. And anything else you want to... Just going to sit there and watch the passing of the gentle knight man? Road warden person.
I'm
gonna watch the
I've
gonna
no
watch
reason
the
to talk to him.
horses tear off down the road faster than the boat can go, and wonder in the back of Klaus's mind why we're taking a boat if walking is faster.
Horses tire, that's why.
Hasn't worked out the fact that he's getting paid to be on the boat.
We apparently have to stop at night at a boathouse, so does the boat get tired?
Yeah, we do have to stop. But Klaus, let me explain this to you. You see, you have to feed the horses, and of course you have to shoe them. There's a lot of maintenance involved. A boat actually has far less maintenance, and therefore, typically, it costs about 1/12 in logistical losses to float your goods downriver than it is to travel over land.
Okay, but didn't you have a horse?
Oh, Jill, Klaus, could you go feed Jill the mule downstairs? She's a bit hungry. There's some oats for her. Could you also clean up her stall?
I'm swabbing the deck.
Well, yes. Once you're done swabbing the deck up here, then swab downstairs. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, and Klaus, don't get the water and the wine barrels mixed up. We can't be having a drunk mule on the boat. The water one clearly says water on it. Okay. The wine one says wine. Got it?
What? No. What is the one that begins with the two V's? I know. I got it.
Two V's. Right, that's water. It looks like that one. The one that looks like that is water. The one that looks like that is wine.
Right. I'm not stupid.
I know you're not. I know these people. They drive you hard. But they're only looking after you. They're trying to bring you up in the world and make you a worldly wide citizen. Here, have a drink.
Much less
Doesn't
labor
Klaus
going
now have a
on board the
sword?
boat. Klaus does in fact have a sword. He has no idea how to use it, but he has a sword.
Once Klaus has done his chores, he's going to have on deck. Going to have a lesson in sword fighting.
Ooh, we could do some stuff with that. Yeah.
Oh, Klaus is gonna die.
With sticks.
Klaus is gonna lose an eye.
Yeah, cool. Okay. So as the horses kind of move away, and Klaus goes off to finish his chores and muck out Jill the mule, tries to work out what water is and what wine is. The day kind of carries on. It's not really very eventful. You pass a few boats every now and then. Every now and then as well, the river does kind of. Excuse me. The canal narrows quite a lot. When it was Joseph kind of tells you when it was originally built, it was only 25 foot wide, and his boat is 20 foot wide, so it was all a bit bleh. But now with the new house taking it on, they're widening it, so it's a bit better. But every now and then, you still end up in a bit of an argument with people, and someone comes around and goes, you hear every now and then some people like screaming at him, going, "Get your fat barge off the Ricebrook! You're too big. Go home. You and your big loads. None of you people on big loads are proper seamen. You're all useless, you river folk," and kind of lots of swearing at Joseph and this big barge that he's apparently got. And then Joseph is just nonplussed by any of this. He just doesn't care. Takes a couple of swigs as they come along, smiles, waves at them, gives them blessings to Boganawa as they go past, and just kind of is happy.
Yeah. Now, Klaus, here's another lesson for you in how the real world works. Now that you've left your farm, you see, the maximum width that a barge can be is 10 arm lengths, and of course, the arm length is measured from the emperor. So it varies with each one that comes through, and that's why different barges are different sizes. It's a real problem. Really, you just need to standardize everything. And there was one time where we had an empress, and she measured the arm's length of her halfling chef, and it meant that all the boats got really, really slender, which is funny because it was a halfling chef that was making the measurements.
So, when there's a new emperor, do they gotta shorten all the boats?
Yes. Yep. All the boats need to get shorter. Because there can't be more than 10 arm lengths.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Oh no, they don't. Just the new ones, the new construction. Yeah, it's wild.
Oh.
Yeah, and then there was the one time where Emperor, what was his name? Emperor Boris. He got one of his arms chopped off, and then they had to change everything mid-reign. It was wild. Mari, you should write about that in your book.
So wait. If you get your arm
Hey.
chopped off and you're the emperor, do they measure from your finger to your stump, or do they just measure from your finger to where the arm fell off? Does it get wider or does it get shorter?
Wow. That is. I don't know, Klaus. I don't know. We'll have to ask some learned men to get the truth of that. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you.
Joseph is
That's
just sat at the back of the
fascinating.
boat watching this, pissing himself, laughing, drinking. Just going, yeah, keep going, Gertrude, tell the truth, yeah! Tell it like it is. And then, as it always does in the Empire, it starts to rain. So yeah, do we want to try and teach Klaus some sword play?
Yeah.
Does Klaus want to try and learn how to use a sword?
I don't think Klaus has the experience points to learn how to use a sword.
There because so there are kind of there are ways that you can learn things in this game if you are given enough length of time. You can gain experience points, or you can gain a reduction in kind of upgrading stuff at some point. So, for example, if you did want to learn sword work, you're gonna it's I think in total from Altdorf all the way down to Bogenhof is about 7 days. I will give you on your next upgrade, when you get some next points, you can put a free 1 point in weapon skill melee basic.
It's melee
sword.
basic. I have that. That I actually
melee
have.
sword or something. You can
Oh.
have 1 extra free point if you want to do this, but we are going to role play it, and you are going to take injuries as Francesco beats you over the head with a stick.
Well, heck yeah, let's do that.
And anybody else can join in the sword play as well, because I'm sure there's enough swords floating around.
I mean, Mari would probably help out or offer to spar so that Francesco can work on Klaus's
Form.
form.
Tell him what what 2 left feet are. Gertrude, are you going to want to join in, or do you never want to see a sword ever again?
Nope. Gertrude's not about violence.
Cool. So it is raining at the moment. The decks are probably a little bit slippy. Do you want to try this? I will make you have a mock battle with this, just to see kind of how we go. So go for it, Francesco. What are you going to teach? What are you going to teach, Klaus? How's this going to work from your end?
It's basic stance to thrust and parry. That's really all he needs to learn with a sword right now.
So you're gonna teach him the moves. You're not gonna stand in front of him and make him attack you.
No. And then if we're gonna do the sparring, then I'll just stand to the side and mostly use my my rapier in its scabbard and just like smack him around the back of the head or on the back of the legs if he's standing wrong.
Cool. So what we'll do,
Reinforcement.
because it is wet and you are learning moves that you've never done before, you don't know what your feet are for, and you don't know how to hold a sword. Make me a hard, so -20, athletics check. I'm guessing you have. I'm guessing you don't have athletics.
We're guessing get you.
Oh, you do. Is it because you learn how to throw tables?
I think it's because as a peasant, you have a very active life. So
Running away from the people with the swords.
Goes up and down
Right.
wet hills looking for sheep, that kind of thing.
I mean,
So
farm work
it
is
was-
very athletic.
it was -20.
Yeah,
I made it by 1.
excellent.
So, Francesco and Mary, you are like, oh my god, he's actually learned something. He knows how to stand still and not fall over in the rain.
Yay!
So with that, Klaus, are you feeling confident with your newfound abilities?
Oh yeah, Klaus is ready to take on the whole army.
Cool.
He got a sword. He didn't fall over and stab himself. I mean, he's ready to take ass and kick names.
Cool. Francesco, do you want to put him in his place?
Yeah, let's put him in his place. He seems to be doing well, so we'll find like some broom handles, and take him out of the brush head, and we'll try and do this properly.
Cool. Both of you make me a melee attack.
Okay, melee. I'm obviously down to melee basic because I'm not using my fencing, so that's 43.
So yeah, it's just going to be a base, a straight attack. It's not going to be done in initiative order. So whoever gets the more success level will be the successor.
So my melee basic is 38, and I rolled a 15 on that one.
I rolled a 90.
Francesco does not like being out in the rain and fighting peasants. Apparently,
No.
Here, you got to stand like this.
Yes, boy. Very good, very good. Again.
just by some, I think maybe just by some dumb luck, as you lunge, you slip on the wood on the wet deck. And Francesco's like, yes, I know what's going to. Oh my god, he's just fallen over and hit me on the knee. Do you want to do it again?
We'll try again. I'm not going to be stood up by this boy.
Oh yeah, it's a 51 against a 38, so that's not great.
I lost by 3 success levels. So it's not fair.
Still somehow better.
You don't hit Francesco, but you get close this time. You're getting really cocky with this, and like.
I like to think that time the broom handle that we're sparring with is slippery, and I whack it out of his hand.
He's also got advantage.
Yes, you have, because you've hit it. Because you succeeded, you get +10 to your weapon.
So it's not +20, but I'm going to do something just because it's one of it's Francesco's ability is Beat Blade. So for every success level I get on this next roll, because it's not contested, it removes all your advantage. So it's just like show you how it's done.
I'm also because I think it's going to be funny. I'm going to give you, Chris, a couple of levels of advantage because you're just like, I'm just not having this. I've let him have his fun now. Now it's time to really show him. So you can have 4 levels of advantage.
Well, Beat Blade basically means that you don't deal damage with it, but it removes the opponent any advantage the opponent has because it's an uncontested roll. So yeah, that means all the advantage you had feeling cocky, you're just now going like, as all that advantage disappears. And I'm not going to hit you, but you're just trying to parry it. You see, when you get faster, you gain control and momentum, and then you can go in for the kill. But I think you've learned well, boy. Good one, Klaus. I think when the time is right and you have your sword, you should be able to deal someone some pretty nasty cuts.
Joseph is kind of sat next to Gertrude going, next time I'm putting money on that peasant. You want in on it?
Yeah, I'll see that bet.
Hey.
Mary, come here. Do you want in on something?
No one believes in poor Klaus.
Cool. Okay. So yeah, this kind of goes on for the next couple of days and things as you're traveling down the canal. Klaus slowly actually learns a little bit of swordplay. Takes a few thwacks around the head and arms and things from Francesco's rapier, but you do eventually learn not to stab yourself with a sword.
Yay.
But you do stop in a couple of inns on the way down. So if you want to, you can we can do an inn night where you can talk to a few people and have a natter with some people.
So which route are we taking to Bogenhafen? Because there's Weissbruck along the way. Is that one place we can stop at?
Yeah. So you're on the Weissbruck Canal.
Cool.
So it'll be going straight down the canal, and then from Weissbruck, the city or town of Weissbruck, you'll be then dropping further down to Bogenhafen.
Yeah. Because that means we'll actually be going upstream. Mm.
Yep. Yeah, because it drops down and then goes up. Yeah. It's the canal was built because it stops you having to go all the way around.
Yeah.
So.
Cool.
It shortens the journey by about 200 miles, apparently.
Wow.
So yeah, if you want to stop off if you want to have a fun night in a pub, we can have a fun night in a pub. You can talk to people. Mary can make more friends with more interesting socialites.
Is Joseph paying for our rooms, or do we have to pay for our own
You can
rooms?
stay
'Cause we're only...
boat. You have rooms on the boat, but you can also go into the pub and have drinks.
Okay, good. Yeah, Gertrude doesn't want to spend too much cash.
Aren't you all stinkingly rich? Isn't Klaus like nearly having a single gold coin?
I've got 17 shillings and 51 pence on me.
Oh, you're nearly to gold coin then.
I have 10 shillings, which is the most money Klaus has ever seen.
Gertrude's got some money, but she doesn't want to spend it.
Yeah, I have some money. I'm trying to remember where I got it from, because I don't remember having that many gold coins.
I think we found something last time, and we split it.
Yeah, I think, Mary, you got it.
Was it a pouch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you pocketed some money off somebody at some point as well.
Oh, we split
that's
it,
right.
and we split it 3 ways, and Klaus got the coppers, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Sounds right.
That sounds right. How much was that?
I got 20 gold coins from that.
Oh, shit.
Jesus. Buy your own
What?
boat.
Yeah,
Wait, you have how many gold coins?
20.
Really? Was it that much?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
It was a lot. I think there was like 60 gold coins in there or something like that.
I think it wasn't it Max, the guy that Gertrude accidentally killed.
That wasn't... He didn't give us gold coins. I think it was silver shillings that you gave us.
Or somewhere. Or maybe it was the guy on the road who...
No, it was the guy that Chris that Francesco and Mari got inspected when everyone else was on the boat.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was him.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
one of those guys that had it because Francesco and Mari
nobleman.
just split the money 2 ways.
Yeah,
Holy
we
crap.
rolled him into the river, didn't
And then
we?
we rolled them into the river.
That was Max, the one that Gertrude killed with a chair. And is having nightmares about. Yeah. So yeah, you have money. With my other group who I play this with, I've just started the next book, Death on the Reich. Oh, you're in for some fun on that one. You want talking about money? No spoilers. I won't go into it, but money. So anyway, do you want to stop in a pub and have a drink and have a laugh, play some quoits and?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, let me just find a page which has a load of stuff on it. Let's hope these page numbers in the book are all right.
Yeah, gotta sell this wines to someone, right?
The wine is being taken to the festival to sell at the festival. But yeah, cool. So you're in. We'll say this is the second night that you're on the river. You already had one night. Klaus is feeling a little bit sore from a few bruises. You've all kind of got your sea legs now, but you do want to be on land every now and then, not having been raised on a boat. And you enter into we could call it the boat and the. I'm trying to think the coach and horses, but in a boaty time. The boat and the fish.
Boat and frog.
Boat and frog. There we go. The boat and frog. It's quite a vibrant place. There's a couple of barges that have also pulled up. Again, it's kind of where all these inns are. That's where they're widening the rivers, and they're kind of starting to form a little bit of a small village in these kind of places, because a lot of boats need to kind of park up for the night. So there's quite a few boats there. There's a few like locals who have turned up in the pub. It's raucous. There's a guy in the corner playing a fiddle, with a lady dancing with it as well. Seems quite general. There's a few road wardens around keeping the peace, shall we say. And yeah, the serving ladies and gents and serving boys are rushed off their feet, throwing food and drink around at people. There's a few spare tables as well. So, but you are left by yourself as you walk in. Nobody comes to greet you, and there's no bird that talks.
Yes, we better find a table for ourselves then.
Yes, let's do that. What do people want? Want some drinks and some food? Guess we'll just get off our feet for a little bit.
Your hands are probably a little bit calloused or blistered, shall we say, as well, from all the rope work. As you sit down, it takes a little while, but someone does eventually come up to your table with, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome, 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 welcome. This is the Boat and Frog, one of the many fine establishments on the Weissbrook Canal. We are glad to have you here. We've not obviously seen you before, so you look like new. Welcome, travellers. Welcome, 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 welcome. What can I get for you people? We have wine, we have beer, we have ale, we have stout, we have this new thing. This is being brought in called an IPA. It used to be quite popular with the young people. The old people, they stick to their ales and things, but the young people, this whole thing is I don't know what it means, but it's called an IPA.
I don't want nothing that starts with IP.
Yeah, to me it does taste a little bit like that. But if you can try it, I'll certainly get you some. You look like a young, fine fellow. Would you like to try it?
No, I don't want to try your pee.
It's not my pee. It's just called IPA. It's not my pee. I think it's the letter I for
IP2. I'm not drinking it.
Good sir, good sir. I think you can leave your IPA for the others, and we'll just take some ale.
Ale for everybody, is that? Even our esteemed Estilian?
Stallion, yes. I'll have a glass of wine.
Okay, we have wine from the Reichland. We have wine from Middenheim. We have wine. Apparently, no make wine. This is a bit weird. It's a bit black and a bit tarry. It's a bit weird. We've got some dwarven wine. Comes in a big metal tankard.
Wait.
On top.
Where did this tar wine come from?
None.
Oh.
I think
was it like factory byproduct?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
Don't kill no one, but I mixed up the water.
Reichland wine will suffice.
Oh, I'm sure he will. Oh, you must have come in with Joseph. Don't drink his wine. This is slightly better than his wine. But yeah, right, I'll get you some wine then. Would you like any food? We've got fish, cooked fish, rotten fish, fish with fish guts. We got some frogs, and I think someone found some snails this morning. So there's maybe some snails as well. But yeah, there's fish.
Well, are the snails? The snails sound like they're the freshest, right?
Yeah.
Everything's fresh. It just depends on what you mean by fresh.
Well, I mean, I don't want any rotten fish, and it sounds like you got the snails fresh in this morning, so I'll take the snails.
Okay. I'll just
wait.
Bread and cheese.
I just want to clarify. You do cook the snails, correct? This isn't like one of those.
Oh, you mean to cook them? I don't know. I'm not the chef. I just tell people what food's around.
They ain't gonna get away from you if they're still alive.
Yeah,
They don't move quickly. You can just like pick them up.
It is what the Bretonians call escargot.
Well, I mean, but if you go to Musion, I hear at Musion they eat the snails fresh. Oh.
These foreigners, they
just have the fish.
Funny food. Their wine is good, but their food is a bit weird.
Yes, our food is very weird, is it not?
I do apologise. Your long noodle things, very nice.
Yes.
Anyway, so we'll have. I'll dig out these escargots for you, milady. What would anybody else like? I think we might have some bread. There's definitely, we've got something that looks like cheese, but it smells a bit fishy. So I can bring you that out. It's like fish cheese.
Do you not have any schnitzel or?
Why would we have schnitzel?
Have anything with potato?
Potato?
What? Do you have any vegetables here?
We have vegetables, yeah, but we have to keep them separate for all the river folk who come down here because they like to buy the vegetables to throw in the river.
What? Why would they do that?
You might have to ask Joseph that one because, they're all a bit weird. It's kind of something to do with the god of the river or something, and you have to feed him. I don't know. River folk are a bit weird.
The hell? What, rivers have gods now? Jeez. Let me tell you, the cults of the Empire are just getting ridiculous.
We'll have bread and...
Well, do you have bread? Do they have bread? Do you have bread?
We have bread. It's in the shape of a fish.
Oh, well, I mean, that's delightful. I'm sure the kids love that.
Oh, it's the kids, those young people, those ones who like that IPA stuff, they find it hilarious that the fish is shaped like bread. I mean, the bread is shaped like fish.
Ooh. I'll stay away from the bread then. Just give me those snails. And if you have some vegetables, that'd be great. I don't want to seem too urbane. However, might be good to mix it up a little bit.
I'll see what the chef can do. I'll tell you what. I'll bring out what they like to call as a platter of goods for you. So you can kind of.
That sounds expensive.
What, like a shilling?
That's
shilling.
fine. Yes, we will take that. Just bring us a platter.
Jeez, Mari.
Mari,
we're not on vacation here. Come on.
I would like to eat.
Okay,
I'm
all
on
right.
a pilgrimage.
Yeah, and the guy wanders off to somehow make you a platter of random foods that are all made out of fish.
Yeah, I checked the amount of coinage on Max that got offed by whoever and we pilfered. It's 50. It was 50 shillings and 36 pence. So Klaus has 36 pennies, and there's 50 shillings that was going to be distributed by some means. I don't think I was involved in killing that person.
No, you weren't.
I think
slapped him with a chair.
Right. I think I got 25 and Mari got 25, and then Klaus got the pennies, but he also got the sword and the armor or something.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool.
So that's how it worked.
So, you all sat in a pub. It does smell very fishy.
It does.
The beer, you're lucky, is not made out of any form of fish guts. because they can actually transport the beer. But everything else is very fishy. Would you like to kind of maybe mingle a bit and talk to people, find out any rumors or anything?
I guess I don't really like this place too much. Actually, I'll let Mari and Francesco do the schmoozing if they want to.
Klaus would like to
I
learn more
haven't
about
learned my
Bogenhofen
lesson.
from people who are, from the area.
Oh,
I'm just gonna listen right now while we wait for our food.
make me gossip rolls. Anybody who wants to try and pick up anything.
Yeah, I'm going to go chat to people because that seems to be what I can do. I've got gossip at 40, so any modifier?
I got 47.
Wow.
We'll just make it challenging because there's a lot of noise going on in the place.
Okay.
So +0.
No success levels.
Oh, actually, no success levels either.
Was
Klaus insults somebody's mom. I rolled a 99.
Ooh!
I rolled a 71.
No,
Do you want to
Klaus.
keep that, or are you going to use a fate point? Not a fate point, a fortune point to reroll it.
No, I think I want to see what happens.
Ooh. So Klaus, in his ultimate wisdom, is trying to not insult people about their local cuisine and their food, and is kind of walking around going, "Is that fish? What's that fish? Is that a sausage?" And just kind of asking stupid questions about the food, trying not to insult people, but inadvertently insult somebody who seems quite big and large and muscly and unfriendly towards you. And he takes quite an offence at your inane ramblings about the food and the weirdness of everything. And he stands up. He's a good 1.5 feet taller than you, about a foot wider than you, of kind of like that big flabby muscle that you'd get on a well-worn sailor type. And he kind of just goes, "What do you want? You insulted me. You insulted my food. This is good food, this. Who are you to come into this pub and insult me?"
I was just asking about your food. Is that made out of fish? Because
What do you think?
it don't
Why do
smell
you
like
want
it's
to
made
know?
out of good fish.
All fish is good fish. You don't know nothing about no fish. You look like one of those people who likes them oink boys.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's lots to eat on a pig.
Oh, you're an oink boy, are you? Well, my family and me, we ain't friends with no oink boys. So, put 'em up. We're going to go, me and you. And he stands there with his fists up, ready to punch you. How confident are you feeling with your newfound sword skills?
Klaus wouldn't use a sword in these circumstances. This is very clearly a brawling circumstance. And Klaus is just going to shrug and punch him in the gut.
Right, make me a brawl. I'm going to have to think of some stats here.
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I've got things ready available.
Well, that would be 2 levels of success. 21 on a 42.
Oh, I got a negative 2 levels of success there. So it is your success levels plus you're just punching him, aren't you?
Yep, punching
You're not
him in the
using
gut.
any weapon. So yeah, it's just going to be your number of success levels plus your strength bonus.
So it's the difference in
Strength.
strength levels, right? So I got +2, he got -2, so that's 4.
Yep.
Plus a strength
And
bonus of
your
3,
strength
so
bonus.
that's 7.
7 points of damage. Klaus is strong.
Klaus is not a weakling.
He's like, this guy's like, "Oh God, you big boys are strong. You oink boys are strong. I'm doubles up, kind of not being able to breathe as you kind of punched him in the solar plexus, and he just kind of
Yeah,
sits down.
Do you
The
want
entire pub
do you want an
goes
IPA?
absolutely quiet, and they all just look at you.
What?
They all kind of just go quietly go back to their own work. It all kind of quietens down a little bit in the pub. The music starts up, but not as loud. The dancing is not as big. Everybody's now cautious around you, as you have just taken on and doubled over the biggest man in the pub.
Can we get him an IPA? My treat.
Yeah, and the man, one of the servers, brings him over this guy an IPA. He looks at it, looks at you, says, "Thank you." Kind of picks it up and slightly sniffs and sips it, and kind of tries not to gag as he drinks this unknown drink.
All right, Klaus will go back to the table. Not very friendly here, are they?
Oh yeah, Klaus, what did you find out?
They don't like people who raise pigs in this town. That guy tried to stab me, but I punched him real hard, and he stopped.
Oh. Well, good job, Klaus.
I think I'm going to sleep on the boat
Okay.
now.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take my snails to go. Can I get this boxed? Can I get any boxes? I'll just take the plate. All right. Gertrude heads back to the boat.
Nobody stops you as you walk out with the plate and probably your mug of ale, I'm guessing.
Sure, yeah.
You turned into a mild thief now. Please add to your trappings then a mug and a plate.
Murder,
Can do.
theft. Gertrude is following down the path of sin. Corruption awaits.
What's Murray doing? She's what's Murray and Francesco then doing at the moment?
I was really just having a conversation with anyone and trying to listen in on anything. And let's see. That was basically it, really.
Nobody's now going to
I did not.
just as they're all scared of you because you've got a peasant boy who can beat up a big man.
That just made him drink an IPA in front of everybody.
That was a gift. That was not a punishment.
In this,
It was an IPA.
Look, he's eating rotten fish. He clearly likes shit food. He might as well have an IPA.
brilliant. Cool. So I guess you're all going to go back onto the boat because nobody's going to talk to you now.
Yep.
I mean, we tried. It wasn't a very welcoming place. The food is weird. And you know what? These river folk are, they're strange. They're just strange folk.
Joseph's a river folk.
He's pretty weird. I think we've established that. By the way, is Joseph on the boat or is he inside hanging out with the locals?
Joseph is kind of just turned up to you, Judy. I told you, put money on the peasant boy. Pay up, pay up, pay up.
That was for him against Francesco.
I just said in the next fight. Pay up,
No, you
pay up.
didn't. Where's the written contract?
He did actually.
Yeah, he did.
He did, what? That's not what I heard. Next time he fights Francesco, whoever wins. And it seems like, you know what? The odds are in your favor. It seems like you should be confident about this, Joseph. You should be confident about this.
Oh, I am. Also, do you really want to get paid on this journey?
All right. You know what?
So you're going to give him money, and then he's going to give you money back at the end anyway. So
Yeah, it's fine. I'll give him his what is it, like a silver shilling or something?
yeah, we'll say a shilling.
All right.
You're getting 2 gold coins a day being on this boat, so
Okay.
We'll get all that at the end of the trip. I'm not going to kind of space it as it goes along because that's just awkward. So,
wait, we're getting paid 2 gold coins for working on this boat. We only get a day. We only get 8 shillings for working for this prince. We should just work on this boat, everyone. End of campaign. Let's just stay on this boat. We'll make more money.
I think it was 2 gold coins. Hang on, let me have a check.
Especially since none of you were doing any actual work on the damn boat.
It's true.
Yeah, you're all just kind of making Klaus do all the work, aren't you? So, where is it? That's the end of the other chapter. While I'm finding this, you have maybe one more day before you end up in Weisbrook, the kind of end of the canal. Have a chat with yourself while I just try and find out how much you get paid.
I'm just trying to figure out why, all looking back at documents and things we've had. So we've got like this bold adventurers wanted for the Crown Prince of Hergard von Tassenet. Now he was meant to be resident in Altdorf.
Yeah,
Right.
He'd already found someone to go with him, so he'd already left.
Obviously, we've got this letter and the affidavit to say that I am relative to the Baronet Lieberung in the town of Ubersreich, which is far from here. That at some point we want to go to because we're going to make plenty of money.
That's down in Ubersreich? Not, I thought it was in Bogenhofen.
I thought it was in Bogenhofen.
You were relative of one Baronet Lieberung late of the town of Ubersreich. But the letter is from a guy who is a lawyer in Bogenhofen, so that's where we can claim the title.
Lock, Stock, and Burl Lawyers, I think, is the name.
Messrs. Lock, Stock, and Barl. Barl.
Lock, Stock, and Barl. We're not going to get sued for using someone else's name.
Yeah. So that's why we need to do that, and then that's about it, isn't it? Oh, and then also like in Bergenhafen, there's obviously the Schaffenfest, which is we're getting there ready, which happens on Mittwoch Day, which is midsummer, isn't it? Mittwoch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will be on when you turn up.
Excellent. So even though it's the summer, it's pissing it down in the Empire. Brilliant.
Yeah, that's all it does in the Empire, is it pisses it down.
And I think that's all the documents and anything plot-wise we can think of going on, other than the people we've murdered and taken things from.
Yes. How many people have actually properly murdered anybody here? There's only one person I think who's actually done any murdering. And can you please stop making these comments?
I think Klaus is the only person that's actually killed someone outright in one go with a chair.
No, you and I shot someone too.
Oh, we shot. Yeah, they were mutants.
No, you shot the Bretonian.
I didn't kill. Oh no,
They don't count as people.
Yeah.
You did.
Francesco murdered. Gertrude killed in self-defense. Okay, it was probably murder by accident.
Yeah, so you're all murdered people. You're all murderers. You're all turned into the proper D&D hobos.
We had reasons.
Mari killed some mutants. So, I mean, not the best. Has Klaus?
I don't think Klaus killed anybody. I think that Klaus
killed a demon, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you count someone possessed.
Oh, was it Gertrude that brutalized the guy around the head with the chair?
Yeah, it was Gertrude.
Yeah, that definitely killed somebody.
Yeah.
that was a very stout chair.
That was an accident.
You had like 6 success levels or something stupid because you rolled
and hit him in the head. Yeah. It was Not the path I would have chosen for Gertrude, but that's what happened. You got to roll with the punches in this role playing game.
Anyway, is there anything else going on in this damn bar? Also, everyone, I think Francesco's just going to go to sleep because I don't think he wants to raise any attention to himself as being this this noble that
Nope,
he's
keep it quiet.
We'll say
Keep it quiet.
about
You don't talk to anyone else about this, but Gertrude and Mari. That's it.
that. Certainly don't want Joseph knowing about it.
Nope.
Yep. So yeah, we'll just now skip on and then a few more days, and you have now arrived in the town of Weisbuch.
Mm-hmm.
Joseph is going to, in his mildly tipsy alcoholic, sorry, the phone's ringing, alcoholic way that he is, he explains a little bit about kind of what the Weisbuch is, just to kind of fill you in on the background of things. Weisbuch is a swiftly growing town on the river Bogan, or however you want to say it.
Bergen.
Bergen. It is ruled by the recently ennobled House Gruber, a family that became rich off its deep mines in the Skag Hills. But
Please
it has
tell me the head of House Gruber is Hans.
You've already missed that conversation. We've had that. They've had that conversation already in the chat. If you manage to find them and have a conversation, we may see who the head of the house is. We'll see. Less than a century ago, it was a village basically, but with the opening up of the canal to get the coal from the Skag Hills up to Altdorf, as I said earlier, they built the canal, and then the town has just kind of kicked off. But it has no real status yet as a town because it's so new and young. So they like to think that they're important and everything because of this.
So it's the village of Weisbruch then.
Yeah, they need
It's
to
very
get
much
that.
a town now. It's very much a town.
But do they have an imperial charter?
Yeah, it's the village of Weisbruch then.
That's right.
It is a
Someday
bustling
there'll be a
merchant town,
town.
and the sound of construction rings everywhere as new buildings expand. Is all it says here.
So there must be quite a lot of boats then that's carrying like lumber to build.
Yep. I am going to. Where did I put all these images? I'm going to send you a map. I just got to remember where.
Weisbruch? Yeah, I think I can capture it from the PDF because
Yeah, that's what I did. There's the. Should have it on the my computer already, because I prepared things. There we go. So it is there. Cool. Just going to send it in the chat. Weisbuch. Where have you gone? There. So this is the town of Weisbuch. It's big enough. So you have arrived, parked your boat up. There's a load of other boats on there than just you. And I've just realised that it's not a canal barge that you're on. Apparently, according to this image, you're on a kind of like a sail ship. I thought you were on
it will have a sail on it in order to go upstream, won't it?
Yeah, but this looks like a proper. It's weird. Anyway, and I apologise because that's how it is in the book. So yeah, within the Enemy Within campaign and all the books that come with it, you do get a lot of handouts. So you've got all the notes that they've been receiving. There's handouts for those. There's maps and things that you can share around with it. So anybody who is kind of following on, yeah, cool. Okay, so you are there, and you have just arrived. It's kind of mid-evening, not mid-evening, early evening time. So maybe like 5-6 o'clock. The wharf, you can hear all the sounds of the busy trade going on, people loading and unloading cargo from some of the ships that have arrived. The pubs and inns are starting to open up and welcome in patrons for the evening. Could you all make me a perception check? I'm not going to tell you what the difficulty is on this. I just want you to tell me your success levels.
-1.
Perception. Negative lots.
-2.
I
Excellent.
missed the roll by 3 points. So that's just a.
None of you can see crap.
It's a foggy day as the ship pulls into Vicebrook.
It's been raining.
Raining. It's foggy. Somehow it's cold in the middle of summer. The only thing you do notice is a shadowy figure is watching the boat. As soon as this figure notices you have seen him, it disappears into the pub that it was standing at, which is known as the Black, not the Black Gold, the Black Gold Inn. Like that, and it disappears into the pub.
It seems like a creepy place. Let's avoid that place as much as possible. There's got to be some other inns in this city.
Ins and outs.
Putting up onto the screen for everyone at home, they can see the map of Vicebrook, or at least some of it.
Cool.
So let me just arrange that for everyone else. Really
Yeah.
There we go.
So, Joseph, what's the plan here? We've gotten to the end of the canal. We're gonna stop here for a little bit. Do we need to unload anything before we head on and continue to Bogenhofen?
Nope, we just stop here for the night. I've now gone country bumpkin because I can't keep my accent straight. Excuse me. We're just going to sign up here for the night. We come down the canal. It's a right shortcut, that one. Instead of going that 200-mile journey around the other way, we come down the quick one, and then we're just going to pop up tomorrow. We'll be in Bogenhofen in a couple of days. This is just a quick stopover. We're not unloading anything. You can stay on the boat all night if you want, or you can go wander around the town. It's quite a nice town. Nothing bad happens here. It's generally quite safe. It's a bit boring. They're a bit up themselves because they think they're good because they've got this nice new shiny canal and all that pikey. But yeah.
What's a black gold?
I think it's what the people who are rich call that coal stuff that you burn because it makes them a lot of money. But it's not really gold, is it? Because it's black and it's made of rock.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Well, gold's yellow and made of rock.
What?
I said that gold is just a yellow rock, so it's kind of the same thing.
You are smarter than you look, young Klaus. You are smarter than you look. You're right.
The Grand said I had to be.
Why are people so obsessed with a rock? And he goes off into a corner.
It's real shiny.
Goes off into a corner and starts contemplating his entire life choices. As you just made him reevaluate what gold really is. It's just a rock. I've been chasing rocks my entire life.
So, anyone want to get a drink at the pub?
Yeah, I guess.
Come on, Gertrude. It'll be fun.
I don't like drinking out, you know. I think in the future, we gotta have these stores on every corner where you can go in and you can buy some flagons of beer and bring them home and drink them in your own comfort. And it'll be a lot cheaper than going to the inn, having to deal with all the people, got a tip. Oh my gosh, tipping. Let me tell you, talk about cons. Ugh. Anyway, which tavern are we going to? Let's stay away from the docks and the river people. Let's go more closer, like inside of the village here, or town, whatever we want to call it.
Yes, let's head to where there's a bit more life. There must be a market square. There must be an inn or tavern that is sat upon it, sat there. So I suggest we head into the village.
Yep. As you kind of walk around, you get a feel of the layout of it. There is kind of a market square around, and around it you see there's a couple of houses. One advertises itself as a pharmacy. One advertises itself as a herbalist. There's cloth merchant place. There's all sorts of just local kind of merchant stuff. Nothing grand yet, but you can see they're trying to be grander than they actually are. And then there's a quite a lively, happy-looking place called the Happy Inn, the Happy Man Inn.
That sounds great. Let's go there.
Because nothing bad ever happens in somewhere called the Happy Man Inn.
Well, I mean, it doesn't look dingy, right? It's brightly lit.
It's brightly lit. It's on a main market town square. There's rich people are heading into there, or rich-looking people.
Oh, maybe I can sell them some hats. Come on, Francesco, let's go there. Let's go there.
Yes. Let's see what is going on with these locals.
Sounds like a good idea. I'm down.
I just want a drink.
Someone may require the skills of a duelist. They may have a score to settle or something like that.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry. As you head in, it's a merchant's pub. Quite clearly a merchant's pub.
All right.
Klaus gets a few funny looks because he's obviously not a merchant.
He's the manservant. It's fine.
I'll make it clear that he's not noticing he's not getting some funny looks. I'll make it clear that he's a servant and give Klaus my hat to hold, and then my cloak.
and Gertrude's cloak as well. Mari, join in. You got to keep up appearances.
Yeah, sure. I will do something. I'll also do a merchant's cloak. I don't know.
I'll go find somewhere to put all these.
Yeah, so
my services are not tangible.
Hold my books. As you get in, there is a lectern, I suppose is what you call it, with a rather smart looking gentleman stood there. Is this a table for three then?
I look at Klaus. Yes, a table for three.
We have a separate room for your servants, so don't worry
yes.
about it. That's the rowdy corner you can hear in the background. And you can hear like proper rowdy drinking going on like you get in a normal pub. And we leave them away from most of these people. They don't like to be reminded of the kind of looks at Klaus. You get you understand what I mean.
Yes, the riffraff, yes. Anyway, if you could please take us to the table, that'd be delightful, good sir.
It's just one. Let me find you. He kind of scans down his list and kind of goes, "Yes, come this way," and picks out 3 menus and walks you to a table. Klaus, he points you towards a back room and a load of coat hooks, basically.
Yeah, Klaus will go carefully hang up all of the cloaks and hats and various accoutrements, and then he will go get hammered in the back with the other lower class people.
And likely find out more information than anyone else.
So once we're seated, and I'm sure the waiter is off to get us some water or something like that, Gertrude immediately turns to Francesco.
You've got a bread basket with some real butter.
Perfect. So Gertrude would start buttering her bread and say, Francesco, seems that this place might be a bit expensive. I don't really want to pay for such a pricey meal. So how about this? Mari, you're a wonderful writer. Francesco,
Yes.
you're our Tillian reviewer coming up here. Taste tester, critic from Tilia, and the two of you are writing about the cuisine of the Empire. So clearly, we should have a free dinner.
Yes, that seems a good idea.
You start scanning through the menu and you realise that the cheapest meal on the menu, the cheapest dish on the menu, is a small bowl of soup, and it costs you 5 silver shillings.
Hmm.
The wine
Yes.
itself is about 10 shillings a glass. So it's yeah.
All right, I'm gonna pull out parchment and my quill and start taking notes
Perfect, Mari. Perfect.
about the atmosphere and the clientele and the decor and everything like that.
Yes.
And make it very obvious.
Oh, yes, yes. And be sure to take note. I'm very impressed that they keep the riffraff away from us in their own separate area. That's really a good sign of an up-and-coming restaurant in this fine, soon-to-be chartered town.
Yes, as a chartered town, I mean, this is a very good, what is the term, brow house? Is it not called in the Reichland?
Yes, it definitely is.
We're going to be as loud as possible with this as well.
Oh, of course.
Cool. I'm trying to think of something. What kind of role could we have here?
Charm?
Where's the
Entertain.
So I'm torn between charm and gamble. Because it is a gamble. You are trying to pull something off.
Yeah, I think gamble's more mathematical odds betting. This is definitely charming the pants off people and being
There's a
conniving.
bribery aspect to it as well. But we'll see.
Yeah,
What
there
does
is.
everyone make me a challenging charm roll? See, the three of you who are there. Klaus, you are currently now in the back of the pub. It is a proper, imagine like it's that whole Titanic thing where you've got the separations, you've got the rich people at the top, and then you've got the...
I'm steerage.
He's lower decks.
Yeah, you're lower decks. You're having the proper time of your life, drinking the cheapest, nastiest whiskey that's around, dancing, singing.
Ooh, I have suave. Can I add that? Can I lower the difficulty?
That's already built into your fellowship.
Is it okay?
It will add that extra 5 in already.
Yeah. Gertrude succeeded, but with no levels of success.
I got 3 levels of success and rolled a critical, rolled a double, so I got 11.
I got a -1, but I'm going to re-roll.
Yes, this is a good use of your fate points.
Chris got a critical success kind of thing, and he got so many levels of success. You don't need to re-roll that, Mary. Chris, don't worry about it.
All right, cool.
Kind of stack it all.
Okay.
I think with group tests like this, I will just say, as long as the overall stacking is kind of a success, then we'll go with it rather than faffing around with re-rolls and stuff. So yeah, you managed to somehow convince the crowd that you are reporters and food critics and things, and the waiter comes back over and says, what do I want to call him? I don't want to call him the landlord. The
Publican.
The boss man. The publican. Yeah, the publican. He has taken note of your esteemed pronouncements, shall we say, and is willing to offer a discount on...
Yes, I should expect so. I mean, I've been looking at your wine, and it is,
It is what?
I'm sure this is the house wine.
At this price, yes. The 10 shilling is the house wine, yes.
Yes. I mean, for our review, Mary, we must sample all the wines here to give people a true idea of what is on offer from this fine brewhouse.
Yeah, I agree. I think that being able to talk about the full breadth of what you guys can offer is going to really help my article and to give people a true feeling and even bring people to travel here just to try your stuff.
And the wheat in your bread, Gertrude, you were saying it is a local grain, or is it something that is brought in from Marienburg?
This wheat does appear to be local, and this butter it's a local as well. Is that correct?
Everything we get is locally sourced. It's apparently the way that the youth do things now. They've got this whole new trend about local sourcing, trying to look after the locals.
Yes, I understand that from.
There's some weird like ale things that people do, but we don't deal with those. We only deal with the wines. We're not the riffraff like those out back. Those lot can drink their what are they called? PIQ.
I don't know anything about that, but Mari, please do take note that they don't have many. There's very little imported here.
I will definitely do that, and I'm going to start also doing some math calculations on there about like what a regular dinner would cost somebody, and quickly adding up the totals as he's standing there.
Yeah. So I guess we're out of character. We're kind of angling for we should get this stuff for free.
Yeah,
I am weaponizing math.
We'll see how that works out in a minute.
And Francesco's doing quick addition for you because he's good with math. He's supernumerate. Oh yeah, he just blurts out the sum for you.
Oh, she's supernumerate too. That's why I'm doing it.
You both are just sat there going, well, if this is like suddenly you've got this like 3-page document.
Oh gosh. Gertrude's just trying to keep up with the abacus right now.
So yeah, the waiter goes, well, what I shall do is I shall bring you a platter of our top dishes for you to try. There will be we can only do snack size things on this kind of level for you people, but it will be from the whole menu. I'm sure you'd like to experience the whole menu rather than just certain dishes.
Oh, indeed.
And we'll bring you a taster for the wines as well. So it'll be a few of the better wines to taste.
Yes.
Very good.
What is the name of the travel book that these reviews go into, Barry? What was the name of it? My Reichspiel is lacking. I Yelp review, but
It's
an
called
Elp
Foodie.
review.
It's the Foodie Path.
An helpful review. Yes, an helpful review.
Cool. Well, I'm just going to say it is now
We should have a break.
a 5-10 minute break while he goes off and fetches you your taster menu.
Yeah, we'll be back in 10, 15 minutes. So stay tuned. We'll be back in a bit. So bye. And we should be good and out. Cool.
I'm not going to make Klaus have another fight, but I might make him have a dance off.
Klaus has got moves, yo.
Klaus can tell some good stories. He's skilled at that. He regale people in the lower depths with his many adventures.
He does have the gossip. Shockingly.
Yeah.
Just rolled real poorly that last time.
can still hear us.
Yep, everything's good.
The chat on Twitch says can still hear you.
Oh, weird. They shouldn't do that.
No, yours is being picked up, Chris.
And we are back.
In person.
Yeah.
Yes. So cool. We are still in the pub. Well, we're not, but they're all in the pub. Three of you are having a nice blag, or trying to blag yourself a free meal. Klaus, you are they're trying to blag this free meal. You are in the back, as I say, drinking the cheapest, nastiest paint stripper-like drink. It's probably scraped off the edges of barrels. If you want to drink it, you don't have to.
Got body.
They have given you bread and cheese. There is not a fish in sight. And there's fiddle music going on. Are you going to make friends? Are you going to have some fun? Or are you just going to sit in the corner? What are you going to do?
Oh yeah, Klaus is going to make friends and or influence people.
Klaus has got a ton of cash on him. He could, buy them some food.
You could get your own minions It's Klaus.
Mini Klaus. So you're just going to randomly walk up to somebody, or
Yeah, walk up to somebody at the bar.
we'll do this. You're at the bar, so you're going to get your flagon of paint stripper. I think it might even be paint stripper. Like there's a label on the barrel and it's slowly peeling off, and all you can see is her at the end of it, but on top of it it says whiskey.
Is it from Nuln?
It could be that Nuln beer. Nuln
Definitely
wine.
from Nuln.
Yeah. As you are ordering this, some random person just kind of swings up to you, puts their arm around you. All right, my mate, I haven't seen you in ages. How are you? Oh, you're not Fred. Oh well. How are you? Let's have a drink. Let's have some fun. Rah! Got a game of quoits going on over there. Do you know what quoits are?
It's a game, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's a game.
Yeah.
Want to join in?
Sure.
Cool. Barkeep, get this man a drink. He's a good chap. He likes pigs, I'm guessing. Are you a pig boy?
We don't like pigs. Pigs is great.
Exactly. Pigs is the best, not like those fishy people. There's weird ones, those fishy people.
It's not all bad.
Yeah, I heard a story that someone managed to punch Big Phil and knock him over. He's the big weird fish bloke, he is. That's
Oh, was that his name? Yeah, that was me.
That was you?
I felt kind of bad about it, though.
Oh, wow. No one's ever managed to do that to him before. He's like a proper big man. He's proper ench, he is. So, barman, all his drinks are free. He knocked out big stinky fish Phil bloke thing. Don't let him pay for anything. Someone else will pay for it. I don't know. Let me check.
I think Francisco was paying for it, but okay.
Gary. And he just kind of goes off shouting Gary for like 5 minutes. Eventually some bloke turns around and goes, "What? You got it? Yeah, cool. Gary will get it. Gary's paying for it." As he just randomly convinces some bloke called Gary to a...
Thanks, Gary.
Thanks. Ooh. So yeah, you then get invited to play a game of quotes. You have made a new friend because you beat up a fishman.
Klaus will play Quince. He has no idea how or what it is, but he will do his darndest.
But you're also going to have to make me a consume alcohol check.
Yay.
That I can do. That is a skill that Klaus has.
I'm going to make it... Well, we'll see. I'm going to... Are you intending to stay in this establishment for a while?
Until the rest of the group is ready.
So open for the entire group.
Yes, we've got plenty to eat and plenty to drink.
Yeah, cool. So a couple of hours. So I'm going to make it a challenging consume alcohol. So +0 to the result.
Well, great. That would be 1 level of success.
Okay. You are going to be mildly... Well, I'm going to say you're going to be very drunk, but you are not going to suffer any ill effects from the alcohol. They are quite impressed with your ability to drink this paint stripper stuff. But you're also not paying for it, so...
So yeah, drink a lot.
Yeah. And somehow
this whiskey's good stuff.
Yeah. It's better than the fucking IPA crap that you got at the other pub.
Damning with faint praise.
Quoits. You kind of go over to the game of quoits. Kitty. And a cat randomly runs across the game of quoits, knocks everything over, knocks drinks around. Nobody cares because they're having fun. And you just you slowly kind of work out what the game is. That there's a hoop thing that you throw at a peg, and you just just randomly throw the hoop. It starts going off everywhere, but nobody really cares. You have fun, and roll me a fellowship.
Just straight up fellowship.
So yeah, I'm going to say have it as an average, which is average is +20. Or was that easy? Average is +10.
Average
Okay,
is
well.
plus 20.
Average plus 20 then, yeah. Just
Oh, good. In that case, I succeed.
how many success levels?
Well, I barely succeeded, so just one.
Is it a complete 10?
No, it is not.
No, so it's 0.
Then 0. Sorry.
Cool. Okay, in that case, you get. That is a. Because my dice rolling is brilliant and hates me, you get 10 pennies from this game of quoits somehow. You actually end up making money by going into the back room, and you don't know how, and nobody kind of explains why or how you've managed to do this, but somehow you have won quoits and made money out of it.
Boy, that's easy enough. You just got to throw the little hoop and it goes over the little peg, and then they give you pennies. I like this game.
Yeah, so you have made some money on this. You're having a great time. And let's go back into the main room.
Meanwhile, in the stuffy, crummy part of the game.
In the boring room, the boring rich people are trying to blag a free meal. The meal has been brought over to you. There's lots of little individual taster dishes. There's like a single oyster on one plate. There's a small like slice of cheesecake on another. There's little hunks of sweetmeats and things around. Olives on a plate, which have been imported specifically. So there are a few things that have been brought in. Not everything is local, but the bits that have been brought in are of the finest quality. The wine comes over. Chris, make me a consume alcohol check and just tell me the success levels.
That's a -2.
So this isn't about you getting drunk. This is about you knowing your alcohol.
Right.
It's not something you ever tried before. It's a bit weird. You don't really know. You can't tell whether it's good or not. It's definitely alcoholic wine. But you're too busy trying to bluff your way through these rich people. No, don't update. No. Like computer's trying to update. You're too busy trying to bluff these people who are quite clearly knowledgeable. So you're just like, yes, this is good. Yes, I don't know.
This is good wine, and then this is gooder wine, and this one has all the colours of wine in it. It has the entire colour of a duck's eye.
I believe that one has a fruity bouquet to it.
Mm.
It smells like it was aged in a port barrel or something. So you have a load of food and some wine to make comments about. Are you enjoying this fine fare? Are you not enjoying it? There's about 12 plates and they're really small morsels of food. It's probably not enough food to actually make you feel full, especially as there's 3 of you. It's very minimal.
Wait, between the 3 of you, you got 1 plate of food?
Essentially.
Well,
essentially, yeah.
We got 12 plates, but yeah, not too much here.
I mean, that means we can get another 2 full meals and kind of will have got a meal for free. So
no, we want everything for free. Come on, Francesco. Stop thinking with your stomach and start thinking with your money brain.
Francesco's going to use his gossip to start talking to the other locals about the size of the dishes that get served, and is this really the quality that they get with every time they come here, and just generally being a bit of an asshole by trying to make a bit of a show of it.
A lot of them are kind of they as you try and talk to them, They look over at you and go, "This is not the kind of restaurant where people talk to each other. It's not a." They're like, "What the hell is this bloke doing coming around?"
Francesco, I don't know how it works in Tilia, but at a high-end restaurant like this, you usually don't go over to other people's tables to just have a seat and start talking to them.
I'm not sat at that table. I'm just leaning over to the next table and the table behind me, or...
Yeah, a couple of them just like, "Who are you? What are you? No, go away. Leave me alone."
I'm going to go and gently guide Francesco back to the table before we get kicked out. Leave these people to their meals, and we'll have our meal.
I mean, if you got kicked out, you're not paying. So
Yeah, that's okay. Okay, everyone, listen. Gertrude can take one for the team. We'll say that was a bad oyster, and I got real sick. And actually, I've been feeling a little queasy ever since I ate those snails. I'm not sure if they were really cooked. I'm kind of feeling like there's some squirming in my stomach. Anyway, just say I'm really sick, and you have to rush me out of here.
I will help Gertrude up and out to the nearest exit to so she can evacuate her stomach. And meanwhile, I'm sure Marie can make a big stinker about it, that it's caused her friend to become quite ill.
Yeah, we're gonna play this one up. So as they leave, I'm going to be like, "Oh, I hope she's okay. I know she was just eating those oysters, and I really hope that they are prepared properly so that she's not actually suffering from food poisoning, because that could kill you." And like really lean into the whole undercooked, underprepared food.
Underlines undercooked, underprepared in her manuscript.
Yeah. So it's also in bold and italics as well. So it's all three of them at the same time.
Unfortunately, there's no deception skill here, so we're going to go with charm again.
Charm is the skill.
All right.
It was a group effort. I'm going to make this one. However, I am going to make this one hard.
Okay. So
So
minus 20.
Okay.
But again, it's a group success. If you all balance each other out to a success, then.
I got 14. So I got, with that, that's one success, but still a success.
Yep.
I get no successes, but no negatives.
Okay, cool.
I succeed with a critical, but no levels of success.
Oh, cool. All right. As you are helping Gertrude out of the door, Gertrude, you're doubling up in pain. Your stomach's cramping. Somehow, you manage to make noises that kind of make it sound like your stomach is making noises. I don't know how you've managed to do this, but you've somehow managed to convince people. The waiter comes along and is very, very helpful with you. So, do you want me to call you a coach? We can take you to the doctors.
We have had enough help from you already with your meal causing this good woman a stomach upset.
We don't want to have anything bad happen to her. She's a very fine lady.
I think she just
honor
needs
having
time,
you here.
and then some clean water and something substantial to eat rather than your oysters and as we're going, I'm sure Gertrude's making some noises. I'm just going to be like, oh.
He offers you a voucher to come back and have a full 7-course meal each for free.
I'm going to angrily stalk towards the back, yell, "Klaus, get our cokes, we're leaving."
Klaus is very drunk and is having fun with quotes. Does Klaus hear?
Yeah, I'll be right there. Hold on. Okay. One more game and then I gotta go. All right. Just one more.
So after he doesn't come with me, I'm going to walk over to him.
As you walk into the less salubrious part of the premises, everybody in the building just kind of looks over at you, going shocked that you would even consider entering the lowliness part of the.
Oh, the look on my face is going to say, I don't care right now.
Cool.
And I walk right up to Klaus. And I grab him by the ear, pull him up. We're going.
Wait. How tall are you that you're pulling Klaus up?
Is he sitting?
No, he's playing. He's playing the game that they were playing. I thought it was a standing game.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Like
a standing
darts.
game. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
That
like darts
I
or something.
misunderstood then. So I'm going to then I'm not going to do that.
Mari, who
I'm
is 8.5
going-
feet tall,
Yeah.
lift Klaus up.
I thought he was the strong one.
No, instead I'm going to grab him by the shoulder and start. We're leaving now, Klaus. Let's go.
Oh! All right. Here. Nice meeting you guys.
Yeah, come back anytime.
Let me get the clothes.
Gary's got more
And-
drinks for you. Don't forget your
Anybody
pennies.
anybody that gives me a look as I walk out, I'm just going to shoot dagger looks at them. Like
Klaus will grab the coats and hats on the way out.
No one in that little part where Klaus was pays really any attention to you. They're too busy having their own fun. It's the richer people who are just kind of.
Oh, I'm aware.
There's like whispers like, "Oh, she's bold." Oh, and kind of like making gossip about you, making more friends along the way as you do. None of these seem very murderous or have horses' heads around them, so you're okay.
Good.
Cool. So you are now all departing this establishment. And Klaus has made money.
I think we need to buy some more food.
Yeah, you guys want to get some bread?
Yeah.
We can have some hardtack back on the boat. That oyster was really good, by the way. I mean,
Oh, we had some good wine.
Yeah, just not
the
enough.
food you actually ate was absolutely phenomenal. It's like a Michelin star restaurant that you've just been into.
We could always, before we leave this village, send Klaus. We could always send Klaus back with the voucher to get to see if they do some sort of delivery takeaway of food.
Uber Klaus.
Deliver Klaus.
Wait,
Well, Klaus.
Wait. Here's a new idea. Klaus, we need you to go back in and say you forgot a hat. Or no, you forgot a cloak. And then just take a whole bunch of those breads. That was really good bread. A whole bunch of bread, a slab of butter, just take it out of there. And that's what we'll have for the rest of our dinner tonight. Does that sound good to everyone?
Yeah, just give him like 5 shillings for the a whole load of bread.
No, don't even. No, you don't need to. Just grab a couple loaves.
Right, I'll meet you back at the boat then.
Oh, and
Alright,
Klaus
great.
is going to walk right into the main restaurant and just grab some bread.
Yeah, the bread comes in little baskets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Klaus will go to 2 empty tables, take the bread, leave 5 shillings on each of the tables so that he comes out not ahead. He will pay for the bread, he will take the bread and the butter, and he will go back to the boat.
You're paying 5 shillings to each table. Don't you only have 10 shillings? Are you
I only
giving away
won
all
10
your money?
shillings. I had more than that. Or no, it was wait, did I win shillings or did I win copper?
You won pennies, copper
Yeah.
pennies.
And the bread was how much?
Just take it.
It's
just-
free.
they're not
Just
gonna
take
stop
it, Klaus.
you. They're not gonna
Klaus,
stop you.
stop overthinking things.
No, Klaus is an honest kid. He's gonna pay for this.
Fine,
And
okay.
now Klaus is broke, and you guys don't know.
No. Okay, fine. Fine. Be
Klaus-
honest in Warhammer Fantasy roleplay. See where it gets you, okay? The rest of us are going to pay for nothing. We're going to come out ahead. never going to have that pig.
Probably not.
I'm sorry. You're great at role playing.
Yep. So nobody stops Klaus. They stare at him and just watch him, and because they've seen obviously Klaus with Mari and stuff, and they're just like, what's going? I don't understand. Why is he leaving money for free bread? The bread is free. They're an odd group. Waiter. And you hear a few people say, don't let these people back in the place. Completely.
That's what keeps us from coming back. Paying for the bread. That's the bridge too far.
We're not going to come back to this place. That voucher must be worth at least like 20,
Nothing.
30 shillings.
You've got 3 of them as well. You've got 1 each.
Right?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can find some young up-and-comer. Yeah, we'll find some or some up-and-comer in town who usually wouldn't be able to get in here. But if he's got the voucher from the owner, it's a voucher from the owner. I mean, they're gonna have to let him in, and that's that's gonna be a premium.
Sell them for like 2 shillings each, and they're getting a 5 shilling meal.
No, the vouchers are probably worth. They're probably worth like 30 shilling meal. They are.
No, there you go. There, we'll sell them for 10
Well,
and make 20 on each.
Yeah, all for 10.
Yep. All right, great. Let's find them in the dead of night. Let's find a market for these vouchers.
Probably about 9 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll just find another small small tavern or somewhere where there's people drinking outside in the market square.
There's that Black Gold Tavern.
Yeah.
Right over there by the ship. Very convenient.
I guess maybe there's some captain that might want a voucher. You know, maybe he's got a hot date he wants to take out.
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds good.
So you're going to go to the Black Gold Inn on where you saw that really suspicious looking unknown character.
I mean, there's always suspicious people on the docks.
Cool.
That's just Warhammer.
Yep.
We're suspicious.
We are.
You are. The entire merchant noble
Their
community
suspicions are correct.
It is very suspicious when Klaus finally rejoins us and then just hands us baskets of bread.
We're walking down the street just eating bread.
Did you pick up any butter with it, Klaus, or did you just get the bread?
Oh yeah, bread and butter in the baskets.
Yeah.
That's what Francesco told him to do. It's what he's doing.
Now the little butter knobs, they have the little knife in them as well. I'm guessing you took the knives as well.
No, that would be stealing.
Well, you paid for it. Well, we don't know that.
I paid for the food.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
You don't
I guess
take the
we'll
cutlery with you.
I guess I'm just gonna jam the bread into the butter slab just to get some
You
on there,
have a
like a
knife.
barbarian. I'm not gonna get my dagger dirty on some butter.
That's literally what it's for.
Literally sitting on the docks, eating bread or stuffing bread into a small, pot of butter. Jesus.
While you are doing this, sitting there munching on your bread, kind of slathering the butter somehow onto it as you are on the docks I'm going to say it's not raining, because you've actually been quite successful. You've had a free meal. Klaus has made
Cheesecake.
Klaus made some money somehow. He made a load of friends. Had a few drinks. But as you are eating the bread, this is the docks. This is connected to a rather big, important river where there are river birds around, and there are the Warhammer version of seagulls. I'm not quite sure what they are, but there are seagulls. You get mobbed by a load of seagulls because they see your bread, and they a lot of them fly off with the bread, and you kind of are now covered in crumbs and a little bit of bird poop, shall we say? I rolled to see if anything would happen, and I rolled
It's
up.
lucky it is.
You've lost all your bread, and you've been shat on by some pigeons.
Could be worse. Could be outdwarf.
Yeah, the rats, those giant rats would have gotten at us if it was Altdorf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you've got giant seabird pigeon things.
Well, okay. I ate enough bread. I won't starve tonight.
Klaus. I point at Klaus and just like motion for him to clean my cloak, just to wipe it off with his hands.
Smears it all down you.
Are we going to this inn then and selling these vouchers?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Might as well make a couple shillings.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Now, should we sell all of them, or should we hold on to them?
We're not coming back, are we?
I don't think we're going to be welcome in that place again.
Oh,
Even with
no,
the vouchers.
They definitely said that you were not welcome back there.
Oh.
I heard that. Yeah,
Well,
no.
Oh. Well, that settles it. Let's sell these and let's never come back to Vicebrook. I'm done with this place.
Perhaps you are very much welcome back there. The servants' room very much want you back. They very much like you. So they've kind of ruined your social life now. Cool. Okay, so you go into the Black Gold Inn, and it is very different vibe to the Happy Man. It is very much more your dock workers kind of lower end of pub. It's even a bit iffy for Klaus. It's not kind of the happy-go-lucky place that he's just come from. This is dark. It's dingy. There's straw on the floor. There's weird stains on the table. Some look alcoholic, some are sticky of unknown substances. There is a very, very, very large prominent bat above the bar at the back, which is only just kind of resting there. It's got dents in it and stains on the end of the bat, and there's like some really the barman is just like really big and burly. There's a bloke leaning by the door in a butcher's apron, just kind of scowling at everybody, watching everything that's going on. And yeah, cool. And there are people in there. They're all very clearly dock workers. You get the feeling that maybe none of them would have enough money to even maybe combine together to buy one of these tickets that you've just got.
Well, where's like are there any like riverboat captains or anything like that?
Yeah, I'll say there's one or two who look like they are captains of riverboats.
All right, we should talk to them.
Yeah.
They probably got some money. Probably got some nice gal in town they may want to, take out on a date. It's a fancy place.
Yeah. We'll just make up a random river captain ball.
Yep.
So yeah, there's one who's kind of we'll say there's one who's clearly sat by himself, just kind of. He probably looks a little bit more well off, a little bit cleaner, shall we say? Less mud on it, less dirt on his face. Looks less tired. Has a metal tankard rather than everybody else who has wooden tankards.
All right, Gertrude will just slide right in to a chair across from him and say, "Oh, hello there. Are you a captain?"
Hello there. Yeah. Oh, yes, I am a captain.
Oh, yeah.
Have you noticed?
Yeah.
What brings someone like you into a place like this? You someone look like the kind of person who would like this place.
Oh, me? Well, I mean, yeah, I get around to all kinds of different places. Sometimes I like to come to the more casual ambiances like this place. Sometimes I like to go to the fancier places here in town. You seem like a distinguished person of fine and even refined tastes.
Well, I like to think that, but then I end up in places like this because apparently I'm banned from everywhere else. I don't know what's wrong with people, but they just don't let me in anymore. It must be I don't know, it's the dark side of me.
dark side of you.
No, don't worry about it. No.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's fine.
Whatever. No worries. Just a slip of the tongue. Well, you see, I mean, you seem like a captain, a wealthy person. You've probably got many friends. Maybe like a young lass that you might want to take out around the town here, and maybe you'd like to take them sometime to the Happy Man Inn. Very nice place. Have you ever been there?
Yes, but I'd rather not talk about that.
Well, I mean, I'm just listen. I've got some vouchers for it, which me and my friends, we're not going to be back in town in the future. We're just trying to, get a fair amount of coin for these vouchers. If you ever want to go there yourself and get a free meal, or take someone else with you, maybe just take your first mate and a skipper with you. Just have a really nice meal and just treat them. Maybe like a year-end bonus, that sort of thing.
Well, I can certainly use the vouchers. Maybe not for myself, but I certainly know a way of distributing them, shall we say?
Sure, absolutely.
So yes, I'm guessing this is not going to be free.
I prefer to get just a fair amount of coin for these.
Well, as I'm not going to be using them myself, I also need to have a little bit of a margin in there, shall we say?
Oh, totally fair. Understandable. What are you thinking would be a fair price?
How much are the vouchers for, shall we say? What are they offering?
Out of character, what are the vouchers offering?
They're offering a full 7-course meal.
Yeah, okay, yes.
With
I've got the vouchers right there. We just put them out on the table. Full 7-course meal. Expected value of 30 shillings is probably what you'd be paying out of pocket for each one of these if you didn't have a voucher.
So, I'll tell you what, because obviously this Icebrook it's an up and coming town. They like to pretend that they're rich, but they're not really that rich. There's only a few people who are rich, so we're not going to be able to spend 30 shillings on these. I think I can probably shift them off to other people for maybe 15 shillings each. That's pushing it. More likely to be about 12. So for me to make a profit on these, I'm going to be looking at buying them for maybe 5 shillings each.
Well, that is you're really just trying to take me for a ride right there, good sir. Because clearly we have been to the Happy Man Inn, and we've seen that it's crowded with many people, all of them paying these exorbitant prices. So really, it shouldn't be difficult to find someone to pay much closer to full price. And I think it's time to do a haggle roll, right, David?
Yep. I'm going to say challenging, so +0.
Yeah. Right. We have haggled for 1 level of success.
Whoop. Well, there are many rich people here. Unfortunately, they're not my friends. They don't come down to this area of town very often. And even the actual nice river captain boats, people like Joseph and stuff, they don't even talk to him. So getting the tickets to them is a little bit harder. So what I can do for you, I can up it a little bit because you seem like a nice lass. You seem like you know what you're doing. I can give you 8 shillings for each of them.
Yeah, I can see that we're not going to be able to come to a fair agreement here. That's really unacceptable. I'll talk to someone else about this. Have a good night.
Goodbye.
All right, that dude is a total creepazoid. I don't know, Francesco, you want to give it a try and see if you can find a seller for these, or a buyer, I should say.
Yes, I'll see. Is there another captain or someone?
Yeah,
merchant?
I don't know, Mari. You want to give him some backup? When you're trying to do these kind of transactions, it's better to have someone with you. I went in there just solo. Didn't really work out that well. So I think both of you could do a good 1-2 punch.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, just because there is a bit more of this that I actually want to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to make this happen quickly.
You didn't want to mess around in bars for 3 hours?
This reminds me of my youth for far too much, so rather... I miss bars. We're not allowed to go to them, so I don't want to spend any time pretending that I'm in one. I'm just going to say, yeah, you eventually manage to find someone, and the best deal you can get is 10 shillings per.
Yeah, given that they're mostly going to sell them at 15.
Fair enough.
They're making whoever gets them is still making a profit in total.
Yeah.
So
let's do it. So that's 10 shillings for each of us, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Klaus, you already made your money.
Yeah.
Oh, you already have 10 shillings, so don't worry about that. They still think you've got these 10 shillings.
Excellent.
Yeah, obviously Klaus is rolling in the dough.
Yeah. They don't know about your 10 pennies. They don't know that you won 10 pennies. Cool. Okay. So yeah, you've done this. You've
Head
managed
back
to
to the
start.
boat.
I was going to say, go back to the boat. Can you all actually just make me a easy or whatever it is, average +20 consume alcohol roll?
Oh, nuts. Yeah, I fell by 3.
On an average?
Yeah.
Yeah, I fail by 4.
I succeed by 2.
I succeed by 4.
I've not even spent any of my re-rolls for this session, so screw it, I'm going to spend 1.
Yep.
That's even worse.
Francesco has discovered that the wine was really bad.
I've mixed it, so it's pretty bad.
Cool. Okay, so you all get back to the boat, and you go back into your own little cabins that you've got. Francesco, you kind of just pass out pretty quickly.
Bread, wine, bleh.
Good night. I make money, and what about everybody else? Murray?
Mari's actually going to stay up and just sit out on the deck.
Ooh, okay.
Just people watching. Because she is not affected by the alcohol, I'm assuming.
If you passed your check, then no, you are not affected. You are.
Yeah, she got 2 successes. So
The warm evening air is quite pleasant tonight. As I say, it's not raining for once.
Gertrude had a -4 success level, so I assume somebody has to carry her back.
Gertrude
that
is
white girl
having
wakes it again. Yeah. Mari would make sure she gets into her bed.
Klaus will carry her back to her bunk.
No, Klaus would have had
Thanks,
to
you
have carried
two.
Francesco, right?
Oh,
Maybe
that's
there's a
right.
bit
You
of an
drank too much
argument
too, didn't you?
between, Francesco and Gertrude is who Klaus is going to carry.
Well, I mean, Francesco failed worse, so
Yeah. Really bad. Like
So
-5.
Mari can still
this
kind of
makes it so
aim
much worse.
Gertrude in the right direction.
But Francesco's a mean drunk and he has a sword.
He is a mean drunk.
Right,
Of course,
okay.
Klaus knows you can take him in sword fights now. so.
He's swearing into Leon.
Right. Yeah, let's get you home. Come on.
Cool, okay.
All right.
So once Klaus has taken Gertrude and Francesco and Mary, you've taken however you've got them into their beds and put them asleep. Where does Klaus go? What does he do? Does he just go straight to bed?
Yeah, Klaus is going to his hammock and he's going to pass out for the night.
Cool. Where is Klaus's hammock? Has he taken a cabin? That's the word I'm looking for. Or is he?
Oh no! He sleeps over by the horse or the mule.
Okay.
He is steerage.
He has worked the difference out between the water and the wine.
If you drink one, it'll make you sick.
Yes. So, Mary, as you are currently now sat outside, the only person sat outside, even Joseph has gone to bed. He's had his drinks now, and you can hear his low rumble snore coming from below decks. Because I'm absolutely fucking shocking at rolling dice, you are just sat there, kind of well lit, like there's lanterns and things, and the moonlight is shining down on you. You're quite easy to spot on the deck. Maybe you are leaning near some, I don't know, maybe a box or something.
She'd probably prop herself up against a box and stare out. She'd probably have some pen and quill, or a quill and paper or something like that to write stuff down on.
Yep. And as you are making these notes and thinking about the adventures that you have had this evening, right as you are just kind of looking down and you kind of drop your pen to the side, you reach down to pick up your pen, a crossbow bolt slams into right where your body was.
All right. I am going to maneuver around so that there is something like I'm assuming like I'm on a crate. I'm going to maneuver myself behind the crate.
Mm-hmm.
So that there's at least something between me and whatever the direction was that someone shot me. And I'm going to try and look to see if I can see where anybody is.
Okay,
where someone is.
Yeah, make me a perception check. And just tell me.
All right.
Normal kind of. It's challenging, but it's not. Maybe the number of levels will determine things.
Oh goodness. I got double zeros.
So I'm guessing.
So I
is that like a 10 on your dice, or is that a 0 on your dice?
That's 100.
That's
She rolled a 100.
That's a 100.
Yeah. Because I've got some dice here which read that as a 0 for some reason. Some of my dice are weird. I've got
that's a solid 100.
That's a solid 100.
That's a solid 100. Yeah.
Do you want to spend one of your rerolls?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Yep.
All right. Okay, that's not bad, but it's not the word, or well, it's not good either. So my perception is 33, and I got a 43.
Okay.
So I got -1.
Okay, so you don't manage to see where the crossbow bolt came from, but what you do see is some glowing lights, or shall we say, some flame heading towards the windows of the boat, specifically where the cabins are, as you see 3 people lob effectively Molotov cocktails at the windows of the boat. And they crash through the windows and they catch fire.
Oh, shit.
Klaus,
all right.
Because Klaus is not drunk, make me an easy, which I think is +30 or +40 perception check.
Oh, I was muted. Yes. So I rolled a 16, and my perception is 24.
Oh, good. Yeah, you. But there's also like massive bonuses on that. You hear the crashing of the windows and of bottles, and you kind of start to smell the smoke of burning coming from near you. I think even you can put 2 and 2 together that fire on boat bad, and you wake up. Now, Francesco,
is there an alarm bell?
There will be, but let's just see if Francesco and Gertrude manage to wake up. Make me a hard perception.
Because sure that shouldn't be like a very hard perception check.
Oh, God.
Yeah, just do -20 to it all.
Oh, actually, wait a minute.
I'm going to spend another one on my fortune to get a reroll.
Just barely failed. Gertrude turns over in her hammock.
Yeah, I'm not spending another reroll. I've spent 2 in this session so far. I'm just going, and then turn over, keep snoring.
Okay, cool. You are both still asleep. So go ahead, Mary. What were you going to say about the bell?
All right. Is there a bell on the boat that I could get to? I am going to get to the bell and ring it as loud as I can.
Cool. Yep.
And start yelling fire.
Cool. This does manage to wake up Gertrude and Francesco. You are both going to have, because you are drunk and possibly sloughing, a slight hangover or confusion. You're going to have 1 fatigued condition each. So this is a -10 to all of your rolls. Klaus, you hear this screaming fire. Do you run up? What do you do?
Klaus will head to the top deck. He will stop to make sure that Francesco and Gertrude are waking up. When he sees that they are, he will yell, "There's a fire on board!" And he will run up to the top deck.
Cool.
And look for whatever we have on board to stop fire. I'm assuming we have buckets of water or sand or something.
Make me a challenging endurance test, please, Klaus. As you have to run through the smoke to get to the top deck.
Well, endurance is something that Klaus is really good at, so come on, dice. Oh.
He says that, and then...
Oh, Klaus is going to spend a reroll. He's good at endurance, but he's not 69 good at endurance. 26, that's way better.
Cool, okay, that's fine. You managed to hold your breath and run through the smoke, and you're fine. Joseph has woken up, and he's like, "Yeah, quick, everybody grab the buckets, let's put these fires out." And then his two friends as well come out and start to battle the fire. Gertrude, Francesco, how are you feeling?
Gertrude goes for Jill the mule. Jill, we gotta get you out of here. There's a fire on board. I can't let you get hurt, she says as she, I guess, unties the mule. Maybe there's like some kind of wooden stable door or something that she opens. She tries to control the mule and get her out of here.
Cool, make me a charm animal.
Oh yeah, this is going to be terrible.
Challenging, but also with a -10 because of the fatigue.
Okay. Solid 18% chance of this. 7. I got a 7. 1 degree of success, everyone.
Jill is calmed by your voice, even if it does seem a little bit hoarse and gravelly and a bit weird. She's calmed by your voice, and you start to lead her to the only exit that you know from the hold, which is up through the stairs and past the fire. We'll deal with that in a second. What's Francesco doing?
He'll, be startled awake by the bell, swear a lot, find his sword and his bag that has his, will have his more armored clothes in it and everything, and just stagger with his sling bag, swearing with his rapier out, saying, "If any bastard gets in the way, I'll gut them." And then it's just mostly trying to find a way up to the main deck before thinking the most sensible thing might be to jump in the water.
Yeah, cool. As you make your way up then as well, can you make me a challenging endurance?
Oh, crap.
This is not going to end well for Francesco.
Not successfully, he can't.
I think I'm going to have to do another reroll on this. Or, let me see.
You can take an automatic success with your resilience.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I would recommend doing that at the moment. Cool. Right,
That
now,
means I'm out of resilience right now.
everybody, can you make me an initiative roll, please? Let me just write these down. Let me just write mine down first. That is. Well, crap me. Ooh. And that one. Cool. Right, so we'll start with Mary. What is yours? Initiative. How many success levels?
Oh, I have for initiative.
Yep.
I have -7.
Ooh, dang.
Don't we? We don't roll for
I would
initiative.
say
We
I
just
don't think
record
that's
our initiative,
roll
right?
Initiative.
Oh no, you don't, do you? You take the numbers that's on there. Sorry. Ignore me
Correct.
then.
Yeah. So I have a 25 for initiative.
So 25,
I rolled a 91.
Francesco?
I've got a 27 for initiative.
Klaus?
24.
And Gertrude?
38.
38. So Gertrude, despite she probably being hanging, you're not kind of really dealing with it, are you? Because you're kind of under the boat at the moment, trying to lead a horse or your mule. But as you are doing this, you do hear 4 sets of boots jump onto the decking above you. But what do you want to do? You are currently leading a horse to fire.
Come on, Jill. Come on. Come on, you mule. Let's get up these stairs. We got to get you to safety. I can't lose you. Your lease is too expensive.
Care about the money that you might lose if the horse she dies.
Yep.
Right. Okay. We'll just say you managed to take Jill up towards close to where the fire is. You see Joseph throwing buckets of water, and there's kind of him and his other minions that he's got on the boat have kind of formed a little chain, and they're throwing water on stuff. Turns around to you and goes, "Leave the damn horse and start helping with the fire."
Jill's not a horse.
Whatever, it's a land animal. Go and help your friends. There's people upstairs. And yeah, he'll leave you with that. Next, we have this guy, and again, because Francesco is making all this noise, is Francesco going out? Is kind of making his way to the deck and coming out of the deck onto top deck?
Yeah.
Cool. You're going to get shot at.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Dodge.
You are going to get hit for 9 points.
Where?
Oh yeah. 22.
The right arm, and I've got.
I'm going to say you're going to have all your armor on it.
Yeah, so it's 9 points of damage, and you reduce
move your
it by toughness and armor. Okay, so 9 becomes 6.
What's your toughness bonus?
Toughness bonus is 2, and I've got armor on my arm of 1.
You've only got a toughness of 20 something.
I've only got a toughness of 27.
Ooh. Squishy.
He's a duelist. His job is to not get hit.
Cool. Next up is going to be. I'm going to say I'm going to change this a little bit. So Francesco, you can go now.
So is there anyone on deck that I can see that's?
Yes. So there is one guy who is kind of stood on the prow of the boat with a crossbow. He looks to be wearing dark leather clothing, and then there are 3 burly-looking thugs with clubs, kind of heading towards everywhere. They've got maybe what looks like soot stains on them from
Right.
fire, but they're definitely closer to you, and they just look like thugs.
Fine. Anyway, I'm faster than them, so I'm going to move forward and just run one through with the rapier.
Oh, weapon skill check then, or melee, whatever it is.
Melee fencing. I'm drunk, so. Do I spend a resolve to remove my condition?
There is a way to you can to remove the condition because because you're hungover.
Yeah.
If you spend resolve to do it, I'm going to say you can't have an action. Just because it doesn't really fit with the thing at the moment.
Let's go after him drunk.
Yeah, trust me, the roll that I've just made is not going to make that much difference. What you roll?
I'll count them as. I'll count them as charging because I'm not engaged in combat with him yet,
No,
so
you
I
can
charge him.
so
So that gives me +1 advantage. So that makes up for being drunk.
Yeah.
So.
And then you hit them, you get your advantage anyway. So.
Oh dear! I rolled a 5.
Okay, so you've got. There's the difference here of 8 success levels.
Yeah.
I rolled 85.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's definitely. So I won by. I got 4 success levels on against my skill, and they lost by how much?
They lost by. So they got a weapon skill of 33, and I rolled an 85.
So that's 5, -5 on them. So
that's 9 success levels.
9 plus 4 plus 3 is lots.
9 plus 4
4
is
plus
30.
3, so it's 16 points of damage to the 32, which is the.
These are thugs. These don't have body parts.
Oh, okay. Well,
unless you want to describe how you massacre this poor bloke.
yeah, I basically just do it impales. It just goes straight through him.
How dare you be on my boat? He kind of looks at you.
You bastards from waking me up! And I just kick him off my blade. Put my boot on him.
The blade kind of stumbles backwards, holding his gut, and then tumbles over the edge of the railings of the barrel belly, and you hear this splush as he drops into the water. The other 2 just kind of look at you and what the fuck? Next up is Mary.
All right, who is closest to me?
I'm going to say you're halfway between the guy with the crossbow and the 2 other thugs. And the 2 other thugs are currently scared shitless because a drunk Tillian man has just massacred one of their friends.
Awesome. I am going to intimidate them off the boat.
Okay.
Because they have already been intimidated, so I'm just going to try to make them jump off the boat.
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
Make me an intimidation roll and tell me what you're going to do to try and get them off the boat.
Okay. Let's see here. I have 2 levels of success. Bleh. And I am going to. Is there anything that I could pick up that could be used as a weapon near me?
Oh, there'll be there's going to be thick rope around. There's going to be pulleys around. There'll maybe be one of those fish hook, long pikes with the curve on the end that you use to grab the ropes. Sorry, what was it?
A gaff hook.
Yeah.
All right, I will grab a gaff hook and start running at them and just yell, "Get off the fucking boat!"
They turn around, look at you, and go, "Fucking hell!" and they go, crazy person, big stick, sword. Ah, we're not paid enough for this shit. And they both just run and jump off the boat. And you just hear these splushing and kind of paddling away as this is going on.
All right.
Yeah, they've gone. The man who's stood on the prow at the moment, he's still there and he is nonplussed. Klaus, it is your go.
All right.
How bad is the fire at this point? Is it still below decks? Can we see it from where we're at?
It's below decks, but you get the feeling, well, the noise is coming from Joseph, that it's under control.
Okay.
He's not happy. He's quite angry, but the fire seems to be. He seems to be dealing with it at the moment.
And there's one guy left on the prow of the boat.
With a crossbow.
All right. Well, Klaus will do, the only thing that comes natural to him. Run at that dude and tackle him.
Cool. Okay. Let's have a little bit of a brawl. Melee basic or melee brawl, if whatever it is you've got.
I have both, but I'm going to go ahead and use brawling because it's a better skill. I got a 14 on my roll after I re-rolled that because the first one was not worth mentioning. And that is 2 levels of success.
Okay, I got 1 level of success, so you get +1. You run at him. He sees you coming, takes a stance, which Francesco notices, and it is actually a something taught within the military, shall we say. Klaus, you run into him, you knock him back. What is your strength bonus?
3.
3, so that's going to be 4 damage. He grunts as you hit him. He's kind of put himself into a strong stance. You've literally just kind of hugged the guy, and he's just kind of stood there looking at you, kind of maybe poking you a little bit in the head as you're just kind of holding him. You have done him no damage.
That's fine.
It's now his go. As you are hugging him, he is going to do a strike to stun on the back of your head.
Strike to stun.
He's going to try and knock you out.
Mama did say.
Please make me a weapon skill check.
Oh, weapon skill, not willpower. Okay.
How many success levels did you get?
Well, none, but I didn't get any negatives either.
Cool. Okay. So strike to stun doesn't really the way this guy's going to do it. He's got 4 success levels. You are hugging him. As you are hugging him, he brings down the butt of his crossbow onto the back of your head and knocks you clean out.
Boom.
He looks at you. He looks at Francesco and screams. What does he scream? What's the guy's name that we're meant to be? He just screams, "I will get you later," as he points, looks at Francesco, jumps off the boat and runs off.
Interesting.
And Joseph comes up at this point going, "Well, the fire's out. It's a bit of a fucking mess down there."
Jill, we gotta get you off the boat. We gotta keep you safe, Jill. Gotta keep you safe. Come on. Oh, the fire's out. Okay. Jill, we gotta get you back below decks. Come on. Let's turn you around here on the stairs. Come on.
Klaus, you can wake up now as well. Also, actually, Klaus, make me an average perception check as well. That's +20. Please don't fail this.
Well, with that +20, I have 1 level of success.
Whoop. The guy that you tackled, as you kind of come through and rub the back of your head, you remember something from your time in Altdorf of somebody scratching their nose and then you seeing somebody in a doorway. calling these people over. This man seems familiar. He might have been the man in the doorway from Altdorf. I'm not sure if you actually saw him, but you did. I'm going to just meta that a little bit there.
I think he did,
this
though.
guy
We were all traveling in a group.
Yeah. This guy seems very much like the guy who called over the people who were doing funny, nose scratchy things in front of Francesco.
Oh,
It's not the people who did the nose scratchy thing because they're dead. I think they're dead. I can't remember who it was who had the purple hand tattoos.
I believe they are dead.
Yep, they're
This
dead.
guy who called them across.
did you see it? I throwed him right off a boat. I did. Oh, my head. Oh, he's made of rock. Did you guys see that guy?
Yeah, he shot at me.
Did he hit you?
No.
Okay, good, because if he'd have hit you, I'd have hit him with my sword instead of me head.
We might have to hit him with our swords at some point.
Did you know who he was? He's that guy from Altdorf.
The guy from Altdorf?
Yeah, you remember. He was leading them other guys with the purple hands.
Oh.
Well, you knew, right?
He was stood outside some bar?
When we were walking through the marketplace.
Yes.
That's him, yeah. Oh, he hit me real hard. Ugh.
Yeah, he did. I'm gonna help pick Klaus up
No,
since
it's
I'm over
okay.
by him.
I-
No, you got hit hard. Like,
I'll
let's
be
get some
fine.
water in you.
Water? You trying to kill me?
Yes, slowly, by drowning.
Thought we were friends. Klaus will take the cup of water and sip it and wince after every sip.
Yep. And
Gertrude
then
walks
make him
back up.
sit down.
Yeah. Gertrude walks back up the stairs. Well, Jill's stowed back away and safe. No thanks to any of you. Gosh. Okay. Well, what was that all about?
I don't quite know. I need to do some research, I think.
Just a fire just spontaneously occurred? Was there
No, I was
there a
sitting
fire
out
mage out
here taking notes and writing stuff down from the day. And I dropped my pen, and as I bent over, someone shot a crossbow bolt at me.
Okay.
And missed, and I'll point over to where it's embedded in the crate over yonder. And after that, the three stooges over there came over with Molotovs and threw it at the boat.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
And that's when I was able to get to the bell to ring it to wake everybody up.
Joseph, were they after you? Is that why you hired us on at this exorbitant rate? Is it because you're in trouble and you needed our protection? Is that what's going on, Joseph?
Why would anybody be after me? I'm lovely. Everybody loves me. I've gone back to my country bumpkin, Joseph. Lovely.
Yeah.
I'm lovely.
Everyone loves you until they find out you're slinging substandard wines.
Shh. Keep it down.
I'm sorry.
You're all,
All right,
safe,
all right.
aren't you? No one got hurt.
Gertrude,
Ah, jeez.
Gertrude, sit down, have some water.
What are you trying to
Sit
do?
down,
Kill me?
have some water. Yes, slowly by drowning. Now drink it.
Oh, okay.
The same thing as Wrath and Glory. Clean water's weird. No one trusts the water.
We have to
Well,
figure out what
did these
that
people
guy
say
wants.
anything? They just threw fire at us and then got on the boat and then got off the boat. That's it?
Well, Francesco murdered one, and I scared off two of them.
It's
Is
not
he?
murder if it's self-defense.
Francesco's gonna like take the crossbow bolt out of his arm and is bandaging it up currently. What is on the man? Oh no, because he fell off the side, didn't he? The guy I ran through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he kicked
Yeah,
off.
he did.
Shame.
Well, you said you kicked him, so...
I know. I kicked him as in put my boot on him to get my blade out of him because I ran
Yeah.
him through.
What force for him to stagger backwards a
Yeah.
little bit? It's
I mean, even if the body is in the river, we can fish it out.
Yeah, we can use a hook to fish it out. It might be
We
fine.
have a gaff hook,
Yeah, it
All
might
right.
canonically.
Let's fish out the body.
Yeah, am I able to try and feel around for the body?
Yeah, we got it. I think we got this.
Yeah,
Let's bring it up. Let's bring it up, Mari.
after about 10-15 minutes, you manage
Oh
to
my-
bring out the body. It's very wet. It's very heavy. And there's a small little puncture wound in the chest, and there's one in the back. There's a boot print on the cheap jackets, and there's absolutely nothing of any value on the guy. He's even lost his club. He let go of that as he fell over.
Does he have any tattoos?
Nope.
All right.
He was just someone that the guy hired randomly.
He did say he wasn't getting paid enough for this.
It's not Gary, is it?
So you can make that comment.
As you look closer, it's not Gary. No.
Good. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna throw him back over.
Yeah. Well, let's put some rocks in his pockets first. Let's make sure he stays down there. Okay. Let's toss him in. Don't want anyone asking too many questions. Have any like bystanders come out to see what's going on with this fire?
There are a few people have kind of come around, and they're kind of formed a little chain.
You don't think we should hold on to the body as evidence? Maybe tell the town guard that we were attacked?
Yeah. Well, I now would like to retcon that we did not put rocks in the pockets and throw it back in.
Klaus will
If there's
stop
people-
them in the act
Yeah.
if they're going
If
to
there's
throw
people
the
watching all this occurring, then we should keep this
Yeah.
as evidence.
They're not paying attention to you. They're too busy going, there's fire on a boat, let's help not have a fire on a boat.
I will ask Joseph actually what if he wants us to hold on to it, or does he not want the police poking around too heavily?
Into his illicit wine trade.
Into his boat
Into his piss water that he's...
and his business.
Yeah, no, not Klaus. Joseph wants nothing to do with the police, or with the wardens and the city watch. He wants nothing to do
Okay.
with them.
All right, let's put some rocks in
Okay.
the pockets and let's dump them back in. We'll do it really quietly, like Mari.
But right, as we are now at 11 o'clock UK time, or 3 hours in roughly, and we've technically kind of come to the end of this section of the book, should I say? All you need to do is kind of just leave the town, but whatever. We will stop it here. So yeah, cool. You get some experience points. Woo, woo.
Yay!
You are going to get 20 experience points for fending off the attack on the boat. And I'm going to give some more fun things out because that was hilarious pissing around in the pubs. And Klaus has learned a bit of sword fighting. So Klaus, you can have a level in, like a bonus level in something that will allow you to fight with a sword. I don't know what it's not. Is it melee basic?
It'll be melee basic, so he gets an advance. Yeah.
Yeah, get an advance in that. But I'm only going to let you use that if you use a sword. If you're just going to fight someone barehanded, like rugby
that's
tackle
brawling.
them, then you're not going to have it. Yeah. So you
Got
have to
it.
have a weapon in your hand to have that one. for the moment. It might be permanent if you carry on getting trained. So everyone else, because there were some really entertaining bits, and you managed to con a free meal out of a Michelin-starred restaurant. You can have 10 XP for that. Klaus, you've got your bonus thing there for the fighting. So we'll leave it at that for the moment. So well done. You have turned up into a random town and apparently made friends. And how to alienate people. Isn't
Yeah.
We learned something.
Totally.
So cool. We shall end it there, and we shall pick this up in 2 weeks' time, where you get to leave.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so we'll be back in 2 weeks' time. Right, if you are interested in these games of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, you can find the first two on Gehenna Gaming's YouTube. All the rest, obviously, are on the Twitch channel that you're watching currently. If you want to find out more about the Warhammer RPGs by Cubicle 7, you can head over to their website. They've got, obviously, Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, Wrath and Glory, which is the 40k RPG, or Soulbound, which is the Age of Sigmar RPG. You can head over to www.darker-days.org, where you can find plenty of episodes on all kind of horror RPGs and advice on running games. Plus, you can go to the Darkhammer episodes, and they will have some episodes which are specific to the Warhammer world in particular. Like, there is an episode that's all about the Empire and why it's a shithole. Yeah, that's
elves and dicks as well. But
and obviously coming up, if you are already, if you're not aware of, is the virtual HorrorCon being run by Gehenna Gaming. There will be many live play games, some showcase games. There will be some panels. There are going to be some games that you can sign up to play. So, just go over to Gehenna Gaming's website, and from there get to the virtual HorrorCon website, and you can find out what's going on and book a position on a game, or what parts of the schedule you want to tune in for. Other than that, I think that's all to say for now. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's it for now, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time with the next session of this. I think 2 weeks' time will make sense for this, and then we'll have to check with the schedule of when Virtual HorrorCon for when we'll be back with more Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. So goodbye for now.
bye.
Bye.
Bye.